Game audio should be on. It is. Excellent. There's no way you actually waited to start your stream so I couldn't raid you? Listen. After I backed out, right? I quickly went and got a quick snack to eat, Joopy. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I was peckish. It's not my fault. It's yours. No, let me stop. 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 That brief hesitation was all it took to spawn a great evil. It crawled through the fields, ran through the hills, and spread disaster in the sky above. Book of Ezer, verse 2, Disaster Unleashed. How dare I? That's actually wild. Yo, nah, Joopy, thank you for the snacks. Yo, listen. Listen, the beginning, you know what I'm saying? The beginning of everything, it was wild, all right? But you came to, and you were coming through, all right? Y'all, if you missed Joopy's stream earlier, I don't know what to tell you. I warned all of you, like, frame 1. So, like, if you weren't there watching us play Fall Guys, I'm going to need you to, like, you know, check yourself so that you can come and see it next time it happens in, like, a month. we were slaying 100%. Did my controller just okay? Yo, but Joopy, I hope you're taking care of yourself. I also I like peeked in at Dre's stream a little bit, and I was seeing some things, and I was like, damn, he's being a little toxic at the game. I don't know if you're trying to play it or what, but if you do, don't play with him. Yeah, we were going in, cat. We were going in. Yo, Friday indeed, man. What weekend plans you got? About to chill and organize and chill? Yeah, you definitely pulled up to the right spot because it's literally about to be story time. Like look at this. Hold on. Because this game decided to toss a bunch of books at us. Literally gonna be reading all of these. And I think each of these are like maybe six, well, actually, let's see. 10 pages. All right, well, we're gonna be reading. Am I allowed back in this chat without being read? No, not without being read. You can be read and be here though. Also, not your partner showing up unannounced at your front door. Don't they know that you got a fan club to entertain? Yo, she just looked up at me like, what did you just say? And I'm like, yo, listen, I'm just reading chat. You know what I'm saying? They out here wilding out. Yo, it ain't me. That's actually wild. This man Blue is about to get me murdered. Huh? Oh. Yo, no, it's a wrap. Yo, you might have to get bodied. I'm not gonna lie for that comment. I just want to stop working. Yo, you're out in an hour and a half, and then the weekend is yours. I hope. My plan is to avoid the heat. Yeah, no, I felt that. I definitely felt that. That's nuts. That's nuts. All right, here we go. So this is the book of Carnelia, I believe the name was. Chapter 1. The Imperial Chronicle. I stood there, upright in front of the revolving door, scuffing the heels of my boots against the ground. Pulling slightly on the collar of my trench coat, I dropped my chin and gazed at my partial reflection in the curved glass. Aside from my short-cropped hair, I wore a modest-looking, double-breasted leather raincoat and a pair of special-order, steel-reinforced boots, both of which at first glance appeared to be the most common of apparel. Yet they were, in fact, much more than the naked eye could detect. My ordinary, average appearance, it was of just as much importance today as it had been on any other day in times past. Not far off, the sound of footfalls echoed rhythmically like the steady beat of a pendulum swinging back and forth as the throngs of those coming and going moved quickly along the cobblestone avenue, enveloped in tinged silver by the morning mist. It'd probably help if I read the rest of the sentence there. At times, the calling voice of a street peddler disrupted the steady flow, but as soon as the hawking cry faded away, it would resume its course. Each morning that I found myself setting foot in the Imperial City, I also found my surroundings to be unchanged and stained by the same somber tone of gray. Snatching up a magazine from the underarm of a street vendor, I tossed a few mirror into the left hand poised expectantly behind his back. The Imperial Chronicle, the magazine I read so often that even the ink bleeds were familiar. Roughly flipping open its cover, I scanned the headlines along the top of the monochrome pages. Then suddenly, my breath caught in my throat. Talking is hard, we don't judge. Oh, literally, right? Like, there's no way. At the very bottom of the local news page, I found those letters. That sequence of characters which I had not heard nor seen since the time of that life-changing incident. My eyes instantly gravitated towards, to the spot, and for a time, remained fixated. You're right here!
You couldn't do it.
Y'all see what I deal with? You're actually a clown.
Usually it connects.
It's been a while.
My glasses.
All right. At least you waited for me to finish the sentence before that happened, so we're good. And you're like, you're literally behind me. Like, why are they like this, cat? Like, I'm trying to figure it out. Yeah, like, how far are you from the airport, Blue? Like, how does that make sense? Would it make more sense to just hop in a cab instead of using I guess like a service like Uber or Lyft or whatever the hell else? Like, would that make more sense? At the very bottom of the local news page, I found those letters. Okay, wait, I read that. Selnate. I don't remember the Ein bit, but the Selnate bit kinda sounds familiar. Yo, Jordan, what's going on? How you doing? How you be? The very meaning of those letters became lost to my senses as I stood motionless, my gaze fixed on the same line of text until it all seemed to coalesce into a single blotch of ink. After a few seconds of blank comprehension, my vision settled and I wrenched my eyes to the beginning of the article. As I began to read, my memories verged on a single point in my past, then slowly started to run in reverse, heading for that fateful event 3 years prior when this name was first introduced to me. This is the cab? Nah, no way. An hour and 17 minutes? That makes no damn sense. Nah, that's actually wild. You need to talk to somebody about that. That's way too much. I live like almost an hour-ish from the airport here, and it would cost me at its highest, usually, even in busy traffic, like maybe a little over $70 Canadian. Like, there's no way. Doing well, hope you are too. I'm doing pretty freaking good, yo. Doing pretty freaking good. Oh, okay. Let's see. It was on an afternoon all those years ago, on a day not unlike this one, where the capital was overshadowed by its typical gloomy aura. Just get a closer airport? Yeah, forehead, right? I was a little younger than now, a 22-year-old boy who stood silently in front of the boutique door as usual, double-checking his appearance before lightly treading over to the Mitch Imperial factory. Hold on. Should I know who this is? No way. It was on this day that it had been arranged for me to receive a new job from Mick, the shop owner himself. Although he was a drab, middle-aged man, I, being the ordnance enthusiast I was, had found myself as one of his few regular customers. I headed down a dank alleyway, and after passing through a partially rotted wooden gate, I could see the soft glow of the flickering orbital light just outside of the entrance of the factory, whose structure was halfway below street level. I first began receiving jobs from Mick around the time when dissension began to occur in society over the 100 Days' War. It was during this period that relations between the Liberal Kingdom and the Empire were at their worst, and the importation of ordnance had almost become non-existent. Conspiring with underground elements and planning a smuggling operation, Mick made me out to be his accomplice in crime. For the job which I received by his hand was none other than that of the courier. You know, like 20 to 30 from the airport? That must be nice. Being nothing more than a commoner in my teens at the time I met him in a juvie devoid of any connections in life besides, I naturally jumped at the opportunity without a moment's hesitation. Yet, even after relations with the liberal had returned to some degree of normalcy, I realized I was in no mood to give up my specialty, which focused mainly on the delivery of stolen goods. The reason being, there was no job out there which could bring in the kind of mirror this one did. With an unrefined and inconspicuous appearance, I had countless times before hidden items of various sorts in my hat and trousers and made my way hither and thither, or thither? No, thither, between the borders of these neighboring nations. And though to my delight, my wallet had become increasingly laden with a bounty of monetary rewards, I had routinely changed my alias as a precautionary measure. So much, in fact, that these false names had built up into quite a list over the past few years. I had been known as Phil the Frivolous, Rooney the Trickster, and even Chris the Coward. Mick had always called me by one name, Toby. This was the identity I had used for my initial job, and the one I liked above all the others. Yo? These names are going to come up later, and do you see how my controller is constantly reconnecting? I gotta get a new cable for this thing. I need to leave like 2 hours in advance to get to the airport just in case of traffic. Oh, without traffic's like an hour? There's no way. Okay, it's chapter 2. Yeah, no, this is wild. My man is over here living that Lloyd Forger life. The train station. Are they Cold Steel names? Hold on. One of them was kind of familiar to me, and I'm also trying to remember where he said he was going, because there's a chance that the person writing this is in Erebonia, which we'd be going to in Cold Steel. Yeah, Imperial City, the Imperial Chronicle. I can't remember for the life of me, but I'm at least like 85% sure that the Imperial Chronicle is the magazine or newspaper from Cold Steel. So I think that he's in Erebonia. And then names. I feel like, oddly enough, even though Phil is a pretty like common, normal name, I feel like Phil the Frivolous like just sounds familiar, and even Micht itself sounds familiar. I just can't place where. It sounds pretty close. I'm sure it'll be cleared up more as we continue to read, because that was just the first chapter. What an opening, though. The train station. Hello there, Toby. You've come at just the right time. Greeting me with these words, Mick shuffled slightly in his seat behind the counter. The baked confection he had been eating was ever so carefully placed atop his lap to prevent it from falling onto the floor. He smacked both of his powdered sugar-covered hands together with a clap, and a cloud of white particles puffed into the air. The smell of sweet spices and baked apple pervaded the dimly lit shop. Throwing it up real quick? Yo, honestly, cat, it's time. Speaking of, apparently Throne and Advanced GG like partnered up, so I'm gonna have to see what's good. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to see what's really good. Do I have to look at this game because I don't read? Yo, cat, you would be perfect at this. Are you kidding? We had an item dropped off no more than a few minutes ago, he continued. I pulled up. Where's the vibe? What do you mean? It's right here, Chief. There's no way this man Walnut swung in like that, right? There's no way. Let's see. Hope you're having a good day, Walnut. It's good seeing you, man. We had an item dropped off no more than a few minutes ago, he continued. Okay. Turning in his seat, Mick reached back and snatched up something wrapped in old magazine paper from off the shelf, tossing it to me. Knowing full well I wouldn't get any sort of answer, I asked anyway. What do we have this time? Laying out my railway and airship tickets, Mick ignored my question and said, make sure this gets to the same place as always. In his slow drawl, he added, it would be in your best interest to keep your involvement to a minimum by leaving the business side of things to me and focusing solely on getting the job done, Toby. He leaned back in his chair and let out a deep sigh, the balls of his fingers kneading the bags under his eyes. Then, once again, his large hand extended down towards the unattended cake resting on his leg. Before the sweet treat could reach his watering mouth, I had already made my way out the door of his tiny shop. Oh, damn. Still at work? Yo, I feel that, man. And thank you very much. Thank you very much. We'll see you soon. Thanks so much for lurking, Chief. Thanks for calling cute. Yeah, you're a slick one. That's actually wild. The vibe is all around you. You already know what it is. Yeah, tell him, cat. Tell him. As I walked, the waste paper bundle package bounced around inside the folds of my bag. By the feel of its shape and weight as it beat steadily against my side, I concluded that the object in my possession was probably just more swag. It didn't make me nervous not to. It didn't make me nervous not to know what it was that I was carrying, for I had done this type of job many times before, and no matter what kind of trouble I found myself wrapped up in, I'd always somehow managed to come out unscathed. In truth, my experience on the job had made me tough, and I had become well versed in the art of orbital magic. So it was that when I laid my eyes on that rough-looking trio at the station, I felt no more knots of uneasiness in the pit of my stomach than was necessary of someone of my abilities. The platform for the train bound for Liberal was a bustle with passengers awaiting its eventual arrival. Seeing that the benches were so crammed full of people that they could have very well been a tin of packed sardines, I resigned myself to standing near the entrance as I patiently waited for the train to come in. Twisting my body in order to move the bag to my other shoulder, I noticed the figures of two men. Heads bent together and conversing in an inaudible tone, they stood just beyond the ticket gate, right about where the horse head of the Imperial emblem lay embedded in the ground in a grand mosaic of tiles. After a short interim, another man approached and joined in the conversation. From my own perspective, this was one ragtag group I most certainly couldn't have given a passing grade to based on looks. All three were extremely well built and sported the same haircut. To put it mildly, they stuck out in the crowd like a bunch of sore thumbs. Making sure to avoid eye contact with them as they glanced in my direction, I slung my bag back onto my shoulder and ever so calmly reached my hand into my pocket and ran the tips of my fingers across the surface of my orbment. A woman's voice reverberated within the walls of the station, notifying the passengers that the train had arrived. The low rumble of an orbital engine could be felt in the distance, and after a few moments, a large vehicle was seen rolling up on the shoulder. Okay, so off rip, I'm now very convinced that this person is in Erebonia traveling to Liberal. However, there's a chance that they're in Crossbell too right now. I don't think so, because I know Crossbell is very, very small, and it's in between Liberal and Erebonia. But there is a chance that it's Crossbell too. How'd you like Stray? Stray was great. Very sad though, I found. It's good seeing you, Banana Suits. Yeah, no, I felt like very sad at the end. But overall though, it's a good game. A real work of art for sure. Yeah, yo. Just, man, bittersweet for sure. Yeah. I would go back and play it again though, and try to 100% it and get like more of the music and stuff. Because I didn't realize like I was going to be entering like a point of no return when I went to the sewers and stuff. So I definitely gotta go back. I muttered to myself, all is well. But the sound of my voice was drowned out by the din of the massive machine. Brakes screeched, and a flash of black light reflected off the surface of the giant iron beast as it came sliding in across the rails. The immense vibration in the air emanating from the moving locomotive at its epicenter let me know that the orbital engine had been put into full reverse in order to decelerate and bring the train to a grinding halt. I'm gonna platinum, I think. It would be worth it, and it would probably be very easy too as well. While being shoved to and fro by the waves of impatient travelers flooding out of the waiting area, I was swept toward one door of the passenger car. As we passed by the conductor, I caught another glimpse of the ticket gate. The men who were once there were now gone, and the only thing that remained was the profile of the horse, made of glossy tiles, glaring back at me in a shade of deep crimson. So, whoever this person is, I'm like so scared to learn that we have like interacted with this individual during our run of Trails in the Sky so far, because they're headed to Liberal, right? Granted, this is some years ago, so I mean, I don't know, maybe we're gonna end up reading about Cassius. Like I'm a little scared. We're gonna see what's up. Representative of the Septian Church. Watch this book actually have been written by Kevin. That'd be crazy. The train 12 pages. Okay. The train barreled on, almost flying through the thick veil of fog. Droplets of water splattered against the window glass, extending out like transparent veins, and continued to wriggle back and forth under the pressure of swiftly passing wind. Placing the temple of my head against the glass, I stared blankly down at the tickets in my hand and rubbed the two of them together between my fingers. I would be traveling by train to the border city, far south of its imperial cousin, and then to reach the Liberal Kingdom, I would have to transfer to an airship. Both of my tickets were first class, but not the highest end seats available. Yo, I'm a cat. Yo, play me. Because they're gonna learn it ASAP. There's no way. There's no way. And by then they'll have like 89 games to get through. Like, what do you mean? The passenger car was nearly at full capacity, but for some peculiar reason, nobody had seated themselves in the space next to mine. As I mused about the empty seat, it occurred to me that Mick may have purchased the spot ahead of time, leaving it vacant on purpose. There was no doubt in my mind that he was being paid handsomely to make sure this job was done and done well. I believe you know what I'm saying? Like, I actually would. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna be like, yeah, like, here's the Legend of Heroes. And then just, you know, I would actually love to see that. Like, the events of everything and then the side stories too, like this book here that I'm reading now and all that stuff, like, in a novel format. When they're two, oh, off rip. The second they say their first word, that's game. Like, it's story time. Let's see. Will you be traveling to the Liberal Kingdom, sir? Right around the time my trip on the rails had passed its halfway mark, I was met with this sudden question and set up with a start. My eyes searched for the one who asked it. There, standing in the aisle, was a single woman with a radiant complexion, beaming down at me. She wore a coat with overlapping buckles secured tightly above her breast and appeared to be in her mid-30s. Gingerly bending her knees and pointing her finger at the empty seat beside me, she asked, "Do you mind?" Considering getting a Fire Emblem game? Yo, honestly? Yo, Kat, yeah, absolutely. I think you would, you could very much enjoy Fire Emblem, to be honest. It's hard to say what game to start with, ideally, because, like, part of me wishes it was, well, if you plan on streaming it anyway, and I don't know if you own a 3DS, but I want to be like, you should play the 3DS games. Fire Emblem Three Houses is great and everything. I just feel like it's, in some ways, maybe too convoluted for Fire Emblem. Like, for the first game that you would get into, and two, in a way, like, a little too, like, simple. And in other ways, too, it's also stripped kind of what Fire Emblem is known for. Because, for example, in Fire Emblem games, after a certain point, you can, over time, as you're playing, you can make your units, like, bond, right? And I know that there are some, like, same-sex relationships, but if you match, like, the opposite genders together, the two units can come together, and through some magic, basically, usually narrative written, they'll have, like, kids come in, and then stats merge and all that good stuff too, whatever. But it's like, it was still like a really, really cool mechanic, and Fire Emblem kind of became known for that over the last few years. But then Three Houses doesn't have that at all. In an entirely legal way. I mean, I would vote for that. Like, I would vote you pick up, like, literally, like, Fire Emblem Awakening, or even Fire Emblem Fates. But Fates is kind of, like, iffy with some people, I think. Fire Emblem Awakening is, like, in my opinion, and maybe many others, like, the best Fire Emblem to this day still. But otherwise, I mean, like, if you can't, if it doesn't work out or whatever, I mean, Three Houses will be fine. I just personally wouldn't recommend it, even though it is, like, genuinely, like, it is a good game. Yeah. With the tilt of her head, she indicated the rear of the passenger car, where the swirling smoke saturated the air, and softly muttered, "The smell from the tobacco smoke is just dreadful." I want to replay Awakening. It's been forever. I gotta see if I still have my copy sitting around. I'm pretty sure I do, but it's good. Yeah, Fire Emblem Awakening, 100%. Fates is really good. There was also, oh my god, there's another 3DS title. I think it's like Shadows of Almia, and it's like a remake of an older Fire Emblem, but that one was also, in my opinion, pretty freaking good too. I didn't play much of that one, to be honest with you, though, but I do remember enjoying it a little bit more than Fates. And then, yeah, Three Houses is still good. Let's see. Wordlessly, I nodded and dragged my bag from its place on the floor, moving it over to the window the opposite side of my feet. The woman expressed her thanks and delicately sat herself down in the seat next to mine. For being a perfect stranger, she talked on endlessly, and I appropriately reciprocated the conversation and saying I was on my way to the Liberal Kingdom on business as an orbit specialist. Her story was that she was on a mission of mercy for the church and had an errand to fulfill in the border city. "Just so you know, people sometimes refer to me as Sister," she went on. "Of course, it's just a nickname." She recrossed her black leather boot-clad legs and let out a sort of suppressed titter from the back of her throat as she made mention of this. Sister Carnelia was her nickname. Real quick. Actually, no, never mind. This is somebody probably coming from Arabonia. Because I was really like, what is Reese's sister's name again? You know what I'm saying? I'm over here trying to put it together, but maybe this isn't somebody that we know. Maybe. We continued on in this fashion, subjecting ourselves to a variety of idle banter, and as the time drew on, the sun overhead began to dip in its arc, crossing the celestial meridian and descending into the west. Each time the moving train cleared a grove of trees, the entire vehicle, passenger cars and all, was bathed in a warm apricot hue, flooding into the cabins, creating a majestic spectacle. I gaped at the coruscating effect, and in doing so, locked eyes with Sister Carnelia right at the moment the brilliance of the sinking western light seeped into her rich brown irises. Okay, causing them to give off an exquisite rubescent sparkle. The glimpse made me wonder if the origin of her nickname was somehow related to the color of her eyes being likened to the luster of a polished carnelian stone. The train gradually began to decelerate, and Sister Carnelia returned to her original seat in order to collect her bags. As a matter of habit, I checked my bag in orbit and found both the junk paper-covered package and the magical device fastened into my trousers' inner pocket by a series of chain stitches, exactly where and how I'd left it. A woman's voice came over the intercom system announcing that the train would be arriving on schedule and that rainy weather was to be expected at our destination. At the conclusion of the announcements, a number of disappointed sighs could be heard coming from along the rows of seats. Raindrops pattered against the windows outside as the looming silhouette of the overcast city came into view. Yo, my man Nugget. Yes, sir.
I am at work and on salsa lag, but what up, savory one boy?
Yo, Nugget, thank you so freaking much for the 48 months, chase, of your continued support. I very much appreciate it. Thank you so much for getting a shout out. Make sure you go follow my homie. You see you saw that profile picture come up, right? That's literally him. Like 100% that man is a talking nugget. It doesn't make any damn sense. It's good seeing you, bro. I hope work has been good. Yo, you've been playing Ender Lilies. I'm looking forward to hearing about that, actually. I do remember you tweeting, actually. I think the first day you went live with it. That was a little bit ago. Hope you've been enjoying it. 4 years, that's a while, bro. 48 months, 4 years. I forget what I'm at with you right now. I think with you, I'm at like 50 something. I think. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm mistaking you for somebody else. Because I know I was at like high 50s with Damien and Rinku, and I know they're like my longest ongoing subs right now. And then I know you should be like right behind them. That's wild. That is actually wild. 4 years. Yo, real quick. Just, you know what I'm saying? Because that's like, wow. That's actually just wow. Where was I? The stations. Okay, yeah, there we go. It's really good, bro. I was like, is it really that good of a Metroidvania? Easily top 5. Oh, it's a Metroidvania. Oh, and you put it in your top 5? Okay, I'm gonna have to look into it and probably scoop then, to be honest. Because Metroidvanias, I don't think I've touched a good Metroidvania since I played Hollow Knight. I think there might have been 1 or 2 games I played after that where I was like, okay, this is good, but nothing hit like Hollow Knight did. So I'm gonna have to look into Ender Lilies, excuse me. Gonna have to just check you out. Big bet. There we go. All right. Yo, we're over here reading a damn story, yo. So I hope you're ready to chillax to some story time, because we're gonna be here for a little minute. I don't anticipate I'll be done for another like half hour, low key. Let's see. Where was I? The station signal lamp emitted an angular light which was scattered with a refractive effect by the falling droplets of water. Then came a spine-chilling metallic sound, followed by the jolts of the orbital engine's reversing thrust as the locomotive at the front of the train lurched to a halt. Think of Hollow Knight with JoJo stands?
Fuck this shit.
Deadass, Kim. I couldn't have said it better myself. Never mind, I'm suddenly not interested. Let me stop. Because Astral Chain handled stands really well, so I would still look. Spine chilling. Okay, yep, cool. Nah, I actually can't believe this. Over the loudspeaker came another announcement asking passengers to ensure that they did not leave their baggage behind. And with that, several people stood up and crowded into the aisle. I may or may not have already have Fire Emblem Awakening. Let's go. No, that's what I'm talking about. Easy clappers, cat. Easy clappers. Look at that. You just scooped like the best game. Like there's a reason why like 3, I think it's 3 characters of Smash's roster are literally from the same game. I think it's three. Yeah, it's literally three. Lucina, Chrom, and Robin are literally all from that game. Like, that's, if that's not a sign, I don't know what is. I don't know. I really don't know what is. So that is a joke, but it's spirits. Nice. And style of play depends on how you want to use them. It's wild and the customization is nice. I'm gonna actually look into it. Wait, really? Yeah, literally the three of them are from the same Fire Emblem game. Roy's from a different one, and he doesn't have anybody else from his game in Smash. Well, there's Lynn, but she's... Well, actually, no, I think Lynn is from the game before. So never mind. Maybe scratch Lynn, actually. Never mind. Ike is from his own game. Robin is the main character of Fire Emblem Fates. And then Byleth is the main character of Fire Emblem Three Houses. And I think that's it. Yeah. Oh, and then there's Marth. Marth is also in his own game. Yeah. Awakening's the best one, man, but I'm biased. See? I literally just told Kat the same thing because her little brother recommended that she check out Fire Emblem, and I was like, well, I know that Three Houses is kind of like the hot shit right now, but 100% I would recommend getting Awakening if you can. And sure enough, she's got it. 100%. Watching a station worker in uniform as he waved a small flag amidst the falling rain, I picked up my bag and rose to my feet. I crossed paths with Sister Carnelia as I attempted to step into the aisle, but when she tried to step aside and allow me room to pass, she suddenly tripped and fell forward. Grabbing onto my shoulder for support, she picked herself up and, with an embarrassed smile, let me by. I gave her a short bow in line with general etiquette practices, then headed for the exit ahead of her. Following my lead, Sister Carnelia shuffled along closely behind me. So close, in fact, it felt as if she would step on my heels. Something about it just didn't feel right. Instinctively sliding my right hand into my pocket, I searched for my orbment, but the brass feeling I had grown accustomed to was nowhere to be felt. In an instant, I felt my arm being twisted behind my back by someone or something with incredible strength. The sleek sound of a blade being unsheathed, then a warning prick of the tip at my back indicated the seriousness of the situation. "I have what you're looking for, Toby," whispered Sister Carnelia in an almost inaudible tone, her lips just barely moving behind my right ear. "Let's not try anything either, shall we? I'd hate to see your afternoon spoiled any more than it's going to be." And to show that she meant business, Sister Carnelia slightly altered the angle of her grip on my wrist, causing an explosion of agony that sent sparks flashing behind my eyes. No shot the sisters out here wildin', right? That was chapter 3, right? Yep. Yo. Human fodder. Sister Carnelia spoke to me in a tender tone as she sent a wave of immense pain rushing through the whole night of my right hand. The whole of my right hand. What the hell did I just say? "I won't have any trouble with you, now will I, Toby?" she asked. Far from eyes just brimming with tears, I nodded my head in consent as the salty streams of water ran down my face. Satisfied with my answer, she loosened her grip, and I felt the pain vanish as if it had all been some sort of illusion. With a wry smile, she further added, "Don't get me wrong, Toby. I've been sent here to protect you by the goddess herself." This is what she said while instructing me to keep my eyes focused on what lay beyond the window glass. Yet, there was something about the way she pronounced that last syllable of my name that really rubbed me the wrong way. Little by little, the line of passengers slowly began to flow out of the train car. Prodded on by Sister Carnelia, I inched forward while keeping my gaze on the platform through the passenger car window. Down the stairs which led to the front ticket gate there were the figures of those men from earlier this morning. The 3 thug-like passengers who had been loitering near the large horse head emblem of tile at the Imperial Station. A muffled laugh echoed from her throat as she too noticed them. "Well, isn't this a warm reception party you got going on?" Cocking my head, I quietly pleaded, "Give me back my orbment." Sister Carnelia said nothing. Members of the crew bid us farewell as we stepped through the exit to disembark the train and onto the lead-colored platform below. Angrily, I thought to myself, "Damn it, what's wrong with these fools? Can't they see what's going on?" I shut my eyes halfway to protect them from the drizzle whipping against my face, and I unhurriedly descended the wet set of stairs, half a pace at a time. Sister Carnelia moved along behind me precisely the same length of stride. Below, the group of thugs waited expectantly at the bottom of the stairs. Waited for me, no doubt. Contemplating the rate of which I was going, I ultimately believed it was only a matter of time before I would be handed over to the enigmatic group. I caught sight of their soured faces as the distance between us grew smaller, and felt the heat of my left hand tightly gripping my bag grow in intensity until my palm began to sweat profusely. Hitting the midway point on the stairs, Sister Carnelia suddenly whispered in my ear, "Keep your eyes on the ground, Toby." I did as I was told and cast my gaze upon the tips of my boots, stained to a darker shade by the rainwater. Then, right at the moment I let out my breath, I felt a deep sense of pressure just below my shoulder blades as I was forcefully shoved forward. Droplets flew from my saturated fingers, and my world turned upside down as I tumbled down the stairs and slammed back first into the group of hoodlums. With a muffled crunch, I felt the painful sensation of my ribs crumple under the weight of my body and then return to normal from their severely compressed state. Two of the seemingly military men who were hit as I toppled down the stairs, like an avalanche unleashed on a pair of young saplings, absorbed the transfer of force and were thrown into a large puddle collecting on the ground nearby. Shrieks erupted from the startled passengers nearby, more shrill than the high-pitched sound of the railway brakes from a decelerating locomotive. As my world spun wildly about me, I lay there, the chill of the tiles seeping into my back. With a concentrated effort, I rolled my eyes to the left, where my arm remained in an outstretched state. By some act of the goddess, I had managed to keep my tight five-finger grip on the bag I had been carrying. In an effort to get up, I slid into a prostrate position, keeping my chin in contact with the ground. Making a low visual sweep of the vicinity as if my life depended on it, I noticed the military-like physiques of the men had vanished from view. The only figure I saw standing above me now on the platform was that of Sister Carnelia, and on her shoulder, as if she were merely hefting a sack of grain, was one of the men. Yo, she out here like a goddamn, I don't even know. Turning in the direction where the train sat in its motionless state, she lobbed the unfortunate man down onto a set of empty rail tracks below. By this time, I had risen to one knee while keeping the other planted firmly on the ground in half-standing position. The world in front of me was still swaying, undulating in my wavering eyesight. My head slowly rocked back and forth with it as it doubled. Oh my God, I fucked up a word. Whatever. Double vision of Sister Carnelia's boots approached me. Okay, there we go. Then, with a strong grip, she tugged on my hand. For some strange reason or another, when she did this, I failed to notice the unpleasant feeling that her hand wrapped tightly around mine brought. "Let's go, Toby," she instructed in an authoritative voice. Nearly dragging me, she pulled me to my feet, and before long, we were hightailing it out of there. The onlookers made quite a commotion as they moved hastily out of the way in a determined attempt not to get caught up in the middle of our flight path. The bag in my left hand swung helplessly, knocking against my thigh. After clearing the ticket gate, Sister Carnelia finally let go of my hand, but a sickening, slippery sensation came with it. Looking over at her, I realized that the stomach-churning, slimy feeling on my hand had come from the bright red blood which stained both of hers. I peered back over my shoulder in the direction of the platform as I continued to run, but the figures of those three men who had been waiting for me at the station were nowhere to be found. Yo, Sister Carnelia is bugging, Chief. Emissary of the Sabbath? Oh, I hate this already. 12 pages again. All right. I sat staring at a partially melted lump of butter on a stack of cold pancakes. Picking up a fork, I poked at them, and after turning the top one over, I daubed the milky yellow substance between the rubbery layers. In doing so, my interest on what sat atop my plate had faded to nil. A hanging lamp dangled overhead, making a sporadic buzzing sound as its honey-colored light flickered, creating jittery shadows and distorting my vision within the inn. The pouring rain outside didn't appear as if it would let up anytime soon either. Bringing my face closer to the window, I peered through the film of water flowing down the outside of the glass as I tried to make out the dimly lit avenue. Although the station house sat right at the end of the road where we were lodged, all that was visible was the side of the structure obscured by a shadow, which prevented me from being able to see the platform. Yo, what's going on, Jiggy? How you doing? How you be, man? It's good seeing you, bro. Thank you very much for getting that shout out for Jiggy. Welcome on in, Chief. Hope today's been good to you. Rip Brenda, by the way. Rip Brenda. Yo, it is story time heavy right now, bro. This is wild. You actually cannot trust Sisters of the church. Like, there's no way. And yeah, you might need to take a seat. So, I'm gonna give you an idea as to what's going on. So right now, right, just envision just a blank map, right? So you got the sea, right? It's just the sea up in the north, all right? probably about as big as like Russia is probably. We have the country known as Erebonia, right? Then south of that, very small, like literally at like maybe the bottom, like I don't know, like basically at the bottom, there's a small like circle that kind of maybe partially borders into Erebonia, and then down into another country. There's a place called Crossbow, and then at the bottom of that, at the very bottom of this map, is the country of Liberl, right? Now, these games that you've been seeing me play, Jiggy, happen in Liberl, the southernmost that we're aware of country, right? And we're following the story of some guy who's trying to travel from Erebonia at the top by train all the way down into Liberl to deliver a package. Apparently he delivers stolen goods though, so he's not exactly a good guy necessarily, but that is his job. He was just delivering a package, and then a sister of the church who goes by Sister Carnelia, which is funnily enough like who this story happens to end up being about, like it's titled after her, meets him on the train, right? They're just having a good conversation while they're on the train, blah blah blah, and then suddenly she's like holding him up on the train, like when everybody's getting off and stuff. Apparently she killed like 3 maybe military men or something. It looks like she's kind of protecting our protagonist Toby over here. Oh, I say protagonist. But honestly, like, we don't know what the hell is up with Sister Carnelia, so we're trying to see what's up. If I had to guess right now what's going on, they're at a hotel shortly after she just killed whoever, and we're going from here. It's wild. There's nothing to be worried about, said Sister Carnelia as she returned, wiping her hands with a handkerchief as white as newly driven snow. Stretching the square tip of the cloth out, she sat down and placed it neatly on her lap like a napkin. Then, in a reassuring tone, she added, "We've seen the last of them for a while." Watching the tips of her fingers move as she smoothed out the wrinkles in the piece of fabric resting on her legs, I was hit with a sudden flashback, reviving the awful sight and coppery scent of sticky blood which had covered those hands not more than a few hours before. "How can you be so certain?" I asked, still having more than a few reservations. "Fire Emblem Working gonna get into it over the weekend? Let's go!" That's what I like to hear. Good stuff, good stuff. I hope you enjoy it. I'm looking forward to hearing your impressions, because it may take you a little bit to get into. There's going to be a lot of like, oh yeah, here's how you do this, like to kind of start, because it has the potential to be a very technical game, but I do hope you find enjoyment in it for sure. I'm not typically one for like tactics-based games, funnily enough, considering I play JRPGs. But Fire Emblem is an amazing exception. Yeah, I genuinely, I can see how you would enjoy it too. Let's see. That's because that's how these types of crime syndicates work, she replied, clearly seeming to know all the answers. The waiter came and set a plate in front of Sister Carnelia with a soft clink as the base of the glassy dish tapped lightly against the hard surface of the table. After scooting the meat-laden porcelain plate closer to her, she licked off the sauce now covering the tips of her fingers in an almost sensual way. Sickened by the bloody image already in my mind and now the sauce, I tossed my fork aside and leaned heavily back in my chair. My brother will be happy? Abso-freaking-lutely. I can't wait to hear like about his excitement later when he learns that you've played one. The city outside began to fade into shades of gray, and by the time Sister Carnelia was finished tucking away her steak, it had completely sunk into the darkness of night. I questioned her again. How can you be so certain that no one will come after us? Using a piece of black crusted bread to wipe up the last drops of sauce, she answered, because that's how they function. One unit consists of 3 people. Then, as if remembering something else important, she added, that group that was after you, they're a Jaeger Corps. Yo, what do you mean? I want to see this lady? Yeah, me too. Upon hearing this, I recalled seeing some of those men at the landing port some time ago. Only the most renowned and skilled of mercenary groups have the honor of calling themselves a Jaeger Corps. Or at least, that's what Mikta told me about them. This is a lot of reading. Nikki, you see it. Also, what's going on, Nikki? How you doing? How you be? It's good seeing you again. I hope you've been good. Thanks so much for swinging on in. I'm assuming you've been lurking. Ooh, maybe. I don't see why not. Where are you getting from? I'm not sure about Kiara, but I feel like Mom would be okay with honey garlic too. I think so. Yeah, she would. She would take fries. I don't think so. I'm not sure. One from Wild Wing. Yeah, from Wild Wing, I'm not too sure because I know they have different flavors from this other wing place she likes to get from.
What about you, honey barbecue?
Works with me. Yeah, I'm not 100%. I'd probably have to ask Mom what, yeah, if you wanna.
No, get your mom.
Yeah, we can double check with her too, but I think she'd be fine with that. Doing good. I purchased a pontoon. Wait, hold on. Am I silly? What is a pontoon? I feel like I should know what that is. I know the word, but like I can't. I don't have an image. I'm over here pulling it up right now. Pontoon. Oh, that's a boat. That's a boat. That's why I know the name. Because somebody, I forget who it was like, man, I want to buy. I think it was Only Mac. I think Only Mac was talking about buying or getting a pontoon. That's amazing. Congratulations. Yo, that's actually crazy cool. 2023 too? Nah, you're out here. Hold on. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like just, nah, that's actually fire. That's actually fire. The last thing Mac needs is a pontoon boat. You ain't even lying. But that man, for some reason, he's like obsessed with the idea of having one. It doesn't make any sense. It actually doesn't make any sense. Yo, Cat, you know I had to do it up. You know I had to. Let's see. They were soldiers of fortune who were said to relentlessly follow the flow of Mira wherever that happened to lead, and they would stomp at nothing to get at it, even if it meant spilling blood. You're all invited on the pontoon? Let's go. Yo, I'm on my way. Yo, just tell me the state, wherever else in the world I gotta go. I'm in there like swimwear. Like there's no way I'm not. I promise you I'm there. Let's go. Thank you. Yo, that is actually so amazing. Take lots of pictures. You're in Cali? Say less. I'll be there in October. And Kevin's basically your neighbor, I think. Warhawks, mercenaries without borders, and in a group to never get involved with, is what Mick had often is what Mick often had a habit of saying about them. Instinctively, I slid my foot forward and checked the location of my bag with the tip of it. It's quite simple, really, Sister Carnelia explained as she reached for her dessert. You, Toby, are carrying something that's apparently got a lot of people on edge, and someone's hired a Jaeger Corps to take you out. But it's not me they're after, it's what I'm carrying. It's all the same, she retorted as she gulped down her cup of tea in a single breath. They're going to kill the courier before they even think about searching the contents of his bag. A butcher kills a cow before someone grills the steak, not the other way around. Lecturing me all the while, Sister Carnelia took a glossy tallow-handled knife in hand and sliced into her apple pie. The powdered sugar sprinkled on a flaky crust danced under the golden light. Crazy how Buddy at the start was making apple pies and she's eating an apple pie here, right? I'm not overlooking that detail. I'm not gonna lie. Yo.
How do I get from over
I was about to say, you might want to try texting her on like WhatsApp. I feel like she's more prone to like looking at that, at least in my experience. Okay, that might work too. And then shower it. Yeah. Maybe it'll be here. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be the move. Yeah, no, could not be me. Let me find out Felix uses WhatsApp. Yo, I might, Cat. What's up? Send me all the cool Mexican stickers. Yo, listen. I'm gonna keep it a stack though. I almost never open WhatsApp. Almost unless you tell me like there are messages on there. But like I can change it. You know what I'm saying? I'll change it. Like that's fine. I can do that. At least for like a week. I felt a stabbing pain of guilt race through me, just above my gut. Unexpectedly, I began to think about what Mix could be doing at the moment, but my short period of rumination was cut short when I saw Sister Carnelia's hand stop cold. Glaring into the darkness, eyes focused and intent like a hunting dog's, she tossed something shiny onto the table and eventually rose to her feet. There it was, my orbit. Where are you going? Without pausing to answer my question, Sister Carnelia expeditiously fastened the buckle of her coat. You've got good taste, Toby. One at a time, she set her heels on the chair and tightened her bootlaces. Using the full capabilities of that orbment is no small feat. I think even most bracers would be in for a real surprise if push came to shove with you in the ring. That's the main source of texting here in Mexico? Really? That makes sense. That actually makes perfect sense. Here, I mean, a lot of people use it, but usually it's for like work-based stuff from what I've seen. Either like large family group chats or work. It's like, oh yeah, hey, we all work at the same spot? Cool, here's a group chat. Let's see. Growing ever more impatient, I asked it again. So where is it exactly that you're going? That's none of your concern, came the answer. Suffice it to say, I'll be seeing you again on the morrow. And with that, Sister Carnelia disappeared through the door of the women's restroom. As if exchanging places, two other men entered the restaurant. They walked directly to the table at which I sat and stood before me. Flashing the emblem on his chest and without making any sort of eye contact, one of the men said, "We're with the Bracer Guild. I apologize for disturbing you in the middle of your evening meal, but you'll need to come with us." How did she do that? Not Nikki out here spoiling me, right? Yo, Nikki, thank you so freaking much for the 200 bits. I appreciate it like crazy. Yo, this is wild. This is actually wild. 5 more chapters to go. 13 pages. Ascertaining the inner workings. It's getting wilder. Yeah, like at the end of every one, it's like, yeah, hi, I'm this person. I do this. I'm that. Actually wild. My orbment, empty bag and package, wrapped in old magazine paper, were laid out neatly on the table in front of me. The bracer sitting opposite me gazed alternately at my face and the items on the table as if trying to gauge my reaction to them. Oh my god, it's so long. Yeah, it's ridiculous, Nikki. We're gonna be here for a freaking minute. I'm gonna try and read as fast as I can. No more pauses, unless Denise talks to me, probably. Constantly rubbing his chin between his fingers, it appeared to me as though he were making an effort to display his right hand, snugly fit within a leather gauntlet. I had been led to the second floor of the lodge by 2 men, and then, after they had painstakingly checked the layout of the floor, I was taken to the farthest room from the stairs. It occurred to me that the reason for the use of the makeshift space was due to there being no guild branch nearby. The first man to sit in front of me was the lanky one. He told me his name, but I soon forgot which one was Clayton and which one was Pavel. Pavel is kind of familiar to me, I think. About the time I had finished being frisked, the bracer wearing the gauntlets, Clayton or Pavel, whoever it was, returned and whispered something in his partner's ear. It seemed as though they were trying to locate Sister Carnelia, but having no luck. After much probing on the subject of her and the Jaeger Corps, and after relating everything I had heard from her on the train, I turned the conversation around and, playing the role of the victim, inquired into her past history. Though strictly speaking, I guess I was, in fact, a victim. Her name is Selnate. Ein Selnate. Read aloud the lanky bracer from a pocketbook he had held just below eye level. Originally a constituent member of a Jaeger Corps, her present affiliation and activities are unknown. In short, his partner pompously, she's not the type of person any upstanding citizen should be getting involved with. Wait. When the name Ein Selnate came up earlier, what was that? What the heck? Okay, anyways. He reached out his gauntlet-clad hand and picked up the object bundled in scrap paper. Checking my reaction all the while, he unwrapped the paper, laying it out flat in the center of the table. Its contents turned out to be a lump of metal ingrained with a sort of clay-like substance. I blurted out, I was on my way to a research institute with the item when everything happened, and threw in the address of some non-existent client for good measure. The bracers took notes, making sure not to leave out any of the details of our conversation. Then, to dispel any lingering suspicions, I agreed to lay with them under their watchful eyes for the night. The next day, I also found myself inclined to go along with them to the nearest guild branch in order to file a report about the events that happened back at the station, but I had no qualms over the matter. My greatest concern at the moment, after all, was not running into any more trouble. I woke as the sun came up over the horizon and day broke. With the advent of a peaceful morning, I sat up in bed and breathed a sigh of relief. The bracers who stood guard the previous night were no longer present in the room, but the sound of their voices could be heard echoing out in the hallway beyond the closed door. Slipping my arms through the sleeves of my jacket, I felt a sharp pain in my right elbow, which brought back the vivid memories of the woman from the day before. Suddenly, a feeling of uneasiness came over me, and still half undressed, I began adjusting my orbment. After opening its back cover, I used a thin piece of tan doeskin and started plucking out the cords installed in each slot. It didn't take but 5 minutes to insert them into different slots and rearrange their configuration with a set of light magic as my base. One by one, I replaced each screw until finally the metallic panel was back in place, and as a feeling of calmness set in, I rolled back over in bed. Yo, Stefan, what's going on? How you doing, Chief? It's good seeing you, bro. It was at that time that a tall woman appearing to be a maid opened the door carrying a basin of hot water for the sink, which guests could shave and wash guests could shave and wash their faces. After placing the small steaming tub on the table, the woman went quietly about her daily task of removing the bed linen. Trying to edit, but it's too hot to do so. Felt that. I'm doing pretty freaking good. Getting by in this otherwise pretty freaking hot day and just vibing, Chief. I'm glad you're good, though. Loki's making mess with water in the rain? Not like this. Yo, I can't believe Loki has to get squared up with. Finding myself shooed from my own bed, I reluctantly headed toward the basin when just beyond the open door, I caught sight of two shadows cutting across the hallway in succession. "They're here," I heard myself mutter as the low tone of my suppressive voice reached my ears. With only a bar of soap in hand, I remained unbelievably calm as I quickly shut and bolted the door. Then, pondering my next move, I stood still with my back pressed up against the wall. On the other side of the hardened clay wall, a brief clamor of fighting ensued. Fumbling with the chain of my attached to my hip pocket, I grabbed hold of the orbit I had adjusted barely moments before. Jesus, it's giving I'm hydrated and be moist. You're wild. You're wild and out. There's no shot. Get a husky, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Yeah, nah. A mischievous husky in the rain in Mexico. You literally asked for it. There's no way. I'm innocent? Nah, I'm not even gonna pull up the tweets I saw like 3 nights ago. There's no way. We're not doing this today, Stefan. It was 2 bracers versus the 2 others I had seen moments ago. Throwing myself into the mix with the 2 men from with the guild would definitely put us at an advantage from a numbers standpoint. However, when I turned again to face the door, the voice of self-doubt came percolating through my closed lips in the form of a distant mutter. There were only 2 of them? I murmured to myself. If Sister Carnelia's words were to be believed, then one unit consisted of 3 people, not 2. Again, I questioned myself inwardly. Then where's the 3rd? The hair on the back of my neck stood on end as I realized my plight. Something had swung down over the top of my head, catching me around the neck, and in the next instant, I was flung to the ground. From the corner of my blurred and spotty vision came the inexplicable view of a woman with demonic bloodshot eyes standing over me, trying to wrench the very life out of me with every twist of the sheet she had wrapped tightly around my throat. Clutching my orbit in hand, I activated it and fired off a burst of magic while lying half asphyxiated on the wooden planks of the room floor. The destructive vortex of compressed air sliced deeply into my hip, but at the same time, caused the woman to double over before forcefully blowing her into another part of the room. Shreds of whirling linen, flecked and sprayed with fresh blood, blasted out through a gaping hole in the wall where a closed window once stood, leaving nothing behind but the shards of broken glass and a frame rent beyond all repair. Yikes. I don't know what you mean. Yeah, okay. That was 6, right? Yep. $15? Hi, Keith. I might have to come back. Hold on. Let me look here. So 15 on 7. 11 on 8. So I feel a little bit better on that. 12 here. 14 here. Whoops. Finale. 13. I'll be back. Is there anything going on at these? No. Cool. Yeah, I'll be back. It's been an hour. There's no way. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do all of this right now. Nah, that's a trap. That was 100% a trap. I should not have believed I would have been capable of doing all that. My kitten Suki's finally big enough for her collar. I posted a pic of her upset about it. Not like this. That was good though. Yeah, no, of course. We'll be back. I'm gonna have to leave you hanging. Why am I doing this? I can literally teleport. Yo, they really said 15 pages, by the way. Who do you think you are? Let's see what's good with this 3rd area real quick. I guess I should bring Chloe and Joshua with me. That damn door. Okay. Well, this should take us to the third plane. I need to meet this Carnelia. I'm so scared. Because I'm like, what if we've already seen her? You know what I'm saying? Okay. What?
That's funny.
Oh, yeah,
You're funny.
you're funny.
I'm just waiting for I'll just wait for her to
Okay. Funny how this warp ended up being in the exact spot that that device to seal the Oriole is in the real world. Device? Are you referring to the first barrier mentioned in that report? Yeah, the one designed to temporally freeze it in another dimensional space. Although unfortunately for the guys who pulled it off, it looks like even that wasn't enough to stop the Gospels from being able to influence it. I see. We still don't know what happened to the Oriole either. There seem to be many that think the Libera arc collapsing means that the Oriole itself is no more too, which is possible, I suppose. All we really know is that, judging by how shaken Wiseman was, something unexpected happened. Beyond that, nothing. I fear Professor Wiseman may be the only one who knows the truth about exactly what happened. Although I don't have the faintest idea where he could be now or what he's doing there. That man is dead. What? But the report said quite clearly. No one in the church is sure what happened to him either. It's still being looked into. This man is the menace. This man knows exactly what happened. Still, I think it's fairly safe to say that Wiseman isn't involved in what's happening right here. Trust the church? Nah, hell nah. That's a trap. If he were, I'm sure he'd be openly reveling every second of this. You know what kind of guy he is. You all know what kind of guy he is. That's true. He doesn't really have anything to gain by wearing a mask like that, I suppose. Nah, Reese knows what's up. We've got way too many unanswered questions at this point. All we can do is keep looking for answers. The less we know, the more we have to be on guard. So, we'd best be careful. Okay. Right, Reese? I suppose so. Does Reese know, though? I feel like Reese is either suspicious or she actually knows. But nah, that's kind of wild. Where are we now? Something similar to the Jade Corridor by the looks of it. Kevin, over there. I think she may know. I think so. Hello? A golden and silver gate? Well, this is foreboding. Again? Oh, okay, at least now we can actually see the figure of who I assume is going to be Celeste. The ghost we saw in Grancel. Visitors from afar. Bearers of the Grail emblem. Can you hear me? Yeah, we can. Before you stands the entrances to the twin corridors. Proceed through them both in sync, or never shall you reach the dark depths beyond. Hello, in sync? Oh my god, man. I entrust their operation to the monument before you. Step forth into the corridors, the power of the Grail with you, and move onward. But beware. Once you have stepped through the doors, the trial must be completed. Oh. Well, that's one question answered. That voice we've been hearing all this time was hers. Although the next question is, who is she anyway? Whoever she is, she gave us some valuable advice on how to proceed. Step forth into the corridors, the power of the Grail with you, and move onward. I say we take her up on that advice. Moving in sync means we're going to have to split up, though. More like Reese and I each have to take a door at the same time while you guys tag along with whoever. That's how I took it, too. If we don't do it the way she said, I doubt we'll be able to advance. They sure aren't making it easy for us, huh? That means we're going to need to split up as two so you guys don't go in alone. It's still not the most ideal situation when there are only 4 of us and things are so dangerous, but it's what we have to do. Why not ask the rest of the back in the garden to help us? That way we can form 2 groups of 4, and that should hopefully be good enough for any challenges up ahead. But that voice said Kevin and I needed to be the ones who stepped through the gates. Not like this sucker, right? There's no way? Sure, but that's all she specified. That you and me need to go through different ones. She didn't say anything about what these guys have to do. Plus, there's no telling on what's waiting for us on the other side. We could use their help. All right then, thank you. Not a problem. So, what should we do? Should we call everyone here right away? Even if we did, I wouldn't blame them if they wanted some time to prep before heading out. Especially since I've got a hunch that once we go in those gates, there's no going back out. Instead of calling them here, let's go back to them. Then we'll all come here once we feel up to the challenge. The third plane. The dungeon on this plane requires you to form 2 parties, one with Kevin and Reese as their leaders in order to advance. Each of the characters you have at this point need to be placed in one of these parties. Furthermore, after beginning the dungeon, you won't be able to return to the garden until it is complete. To begin exploring, inspect the monument at the start of the third plane and choose explore the third plane. Yo? No, that's actually next level different. What the heck? As for how it's going pretty well, Chief. How are you? This reminds me a lot of Suikoden. I can understand how. I can definitely understand how and why. So we actually got to make 2 parties. Yo. Wait, wrong button. So I'm just kind of looking now, right? Okay, so Kevin and Reese have to be the leaders of their own parties. Who's going with who? Kevin is range all by himself. Who does he take with him? Is Felix growing a beard and mustache? This is not the first time you've seen me with facial hair, right? There's no way. But I guess I am. Yo, okay, what's going on? Don't fight me about it, alright? No, there's no shot. Listen, I saw the tweet and I was like, frame 1, I gotta square up because this is like the 15th one in like 2 years. There's no way you're out here like this, K. Like those are fighting words. Yo, what's going on, Ivy? How you doing? How you be? Yo, okay, I'm not even tripping. Don't even worry about it. But I knew it was you. What's going on, yo? It's good seeing you. I hope both of you have been great today. Yeah, what's going on? Yo, Kevin. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You're you. So I'm gonna let you pick like who it is you want on the squad with you. All right, you can pick, and then we'll just figure out the rest. I feel like being nice today. Hold on, wait a minute. We've won. It's that Friday living. That's what I like. That's what I like to see. I like watching you play this game. You must be logging on so many hours for this. Yo, you already know. You already know I am in here. This shit is a swamp. Like, it's ridiculous. Felix, don't push it. I can't be happy? That's wild. Put Joshua on the other team. Okay, cool. Cool. So Joshua's going with Reese. Yo, actually, I already see the scheme, but go on. Okay, so Joshua's with Reese. Who are you taking? This is actually your decision. Who are the options? So you have literally everybody from Tita and down. You want Chloe? Okay, so Kevin and Chloe are going together. You can absolutely be happy because you deserve all the joy in the world. I love you too. I love you too. Okay, so Kevin and Chloe. Whoops. You can pick 2 more. The captain? As in Julia? Like you want Julia and not Mueller, right? Julia? Okay, so you want Chloe, Julia, and Tita. Okay. Good to know. Good to know, good to know. Alright, I think I can just teleport back to the third plane. And this should work, I guess. I don't know how or where they wanted me to explore the third plane. Oh, you know what though? Hold on. What I want to do is maybe synthesize quartz. I can get attack 3. I think I'm gonna get 2 of these. Eagle Eye. I don't have one of these. I'm getting Eagle Eye for sure. Yo, thanks for the host, by the way. EP cut 3. We do love to see it. I can make information. I don't think I have information yet. Actually, that might be a lie. I'm pretty sure somebody has information. Defense 2, Mind 3. I'll make 2 of these. And maybe 2 of these as well. Okay. Let us pray. Start exploring. All right, so Kevin wanted Chloe, Julia, whoops, and Tita. So that leaves Reese with Joshua, Josette, and Mueller. Yo, Mueller, I am so sorry. That's actually crazy, man. He about to suffer. Oh, it's reacting to us. I don't know who's going to go down what path, like who's going gold, who's going silver, but we about to find out. Well, oh, of course Kevin decided to go through the gold one, right? Well, all that's enough to head through the doors and see what awaits us. But the other three I like more. Yeah, no, I 100% understand. I understand entirely. You ready to go, Reese? I am. Kevin? What's up? Oh, I get it. Gonna feel lonely without me to cuddle up against? The villain. You loving this game so far? Hell yeah, I am, Silver Fox. Welcome on back to the stream. How you doing? How you be? Not a chance. It's nothing. Let's just get this over with. Yes, ma'am. All right, time to make our way through this plane. See you guys on the other side. Till then, take care. There's every chance we might find ourselves face to face with another devil too. Stay on guard and proceed cautiously. Right. Low key, I think the teams are actually split up pretty evenly, amazingly. Amazing, recovered since the end of Stray. A 100 out of 10 game. Yeah, no, it's a beautiful game. Ooh. Are we doing the golden road or the silver road first? I'll let y'all decide. I got no problem with that. Golden or silver? Oh my God. Thank you very much for getting that shout out to Sauced Up K. Yo, K out here with the new username, y'all. And like the name suggests, absolutely she is sauced up. Okay? 24/7. She's out here. I'd vote silver. Bet. Yo, wait, hold on. You were playing Fall Guys. And you ain't tell me? There is no shot. Yeah, I guess it's good to get Joshua shenanigans out of the way because we about to see how he snatches up Reese for his harem because there's no way. Frame 1? We've got company. Bruh. I mean, honest to God, like, try me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really the vibe. If I Evil Eye. Damn. Maybe I should just do, like, Phantom Raid or something. Because this is a crit turn. I'm going to do it. Just like that. Wait, there's still a lot. Oh, never mind. I lied. They're dead. They're dead. Okay. I was about to, like, you know what I'm saying? I was about to call Joshua like the craziest fraud on the squad because there's no way that's real. How was Carnelia? I didn't even finish it. I got to chapter 7 before I was like, okay, this is actually a lot more reading than I thought it was going to be. Actually, yo, literally, I've been waiting for you and you only to get here for so long. I have a question. All right, hold on. Actually, I'm a wait until we what's it called? We get past this cutscene. I have a very important question for you. What were those things? They look like reapers you'd find in a fairy tale. I felt the same way. The devils we've encountered shouldn't be able to exist, but in a different sense, neither should those fiends. This definitely isn't going to be easy. Okay, cool. I can save. I'll save right here. All right. So I was doing some, you know what I'm saying, some peek a weekend, right? I was over here like, oh wow, check this out. I'm gonna play the music. So I was scrolling through Steam or whatever, right? Because I saw I had like a bunch of notifications, and it was from getting cards for the third game, which I'm definitely not looking into the art for, right? But let's see here. Let's see. So scroll through here. That's a lot of games. Okay, second chapter. This right here. So I was just looking at the art, right? And I'm gonna be buying the rest of these cards. But I was looking at this art, right? And I was like, oh, look at that, look at this. Look at this. It's so cool. We're so cool. And then I noticed old girl right here. Who the hell is that? I could place literally everybody else in this image. I don't know who that is. So if you know, the image is in Fantastic Party. But yeah, I was just curious. I was like, I can't figure it out. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Ah, we're framed up. I have no clue. See, that's a sign, right? That's wild. If literally doesn't know, we are lost. We are absolutely lost. And that person is absolutely an imposter. I was like, nobody by this description was even here in the third game. The character who comes the closest to it is the I think it's the Erebonian embassy's like person. The representative for them in Gransel. Is that like Julia with the extensions? That's what I thought too at first too, right? But no, it doesn't match up. Yeah, I forget her name, but that's the person that comes closest. But I'm like, well, first of all, you definitely look older than the person in this picture. And also, like, I don't see that person wearing that kind of attire, nor necessarily being invited to that particular event, you know? So I was just confused. I was just mad confused. That's fine. Oh. I didn't tell you she's like kind of... Oh, yeah, no, she's kind of under the weather, yeah. I don't think she's contagious, but... Like, I think she's being a little dramatic there. But, yeah. Kiara? Probably. I know she used to get it a lot, so... Probably. Yeah. 100%. Yo, Dreams, thank you so much for swinging on by. Thanks for the 100 bits. Appreciate you, Chief. How you doing? How you be? What's good with you? What is this? Item? Dang. Okay. Nice.
Oh, pitiful souls, may you rest in...
Huh? Is... I'm actually not too sure. I know where Kennedy Commons is. The second one sounds unfamiliar. Say the name again? Yeah, I have no idea what the hell that is. Probably. Not like this. Singing a gloomy song. Hold on. No. Okay, yeah, I've been poisoned, but that thing over there needs to die. 100%. How do you like this gimmick of splitting up parties? This is the first run, and I think it's actually really cool. Not even gonna lie, this is actually really, really cool. No way you're out here with... All right. Hit this one. If the guard turn is active, does that mean... Yep. It means they are protected. God dang it. Attack delay. Yo, y'all are jumping him. Okay. Buddy, you need to go. Cool. Hey, yo, what's going on, Dreams? How you doing out? How you doing? How you be?
Oh, pitiful souls, may you rest.
I'm upset. Honestly, I did that to myself. I got too comfortable. I only have one reviving bomb, by the way. I definitely need to go over these. I should have crafted an HP one as well. Thankfully, actually, wait. Cool. That's what I wanted. Doing swell? Hey, that's what we like to hear. Oh, let's get a shout out for Dreams. That is the man, the myth, the legend himself. Oh man. Okay. Okay. Attack 1 for attack 3. Yes, please. Could probably give you information. Do I want to give you information though? Put EP cut 3 here. Okay. We already have defense 2 on. I think I'm gonna give you shield 2. Flying on a plane in a few hours? Yo, if you don't mind me asking, where the heck are you headed? What is that? Give you haze. Does somebody else have haze on actually? No eagle eye. Okay, cool. Okay, you don't lose much attack if I give you this. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Reviving bomb. No way you missed, right? I guess we'll go for these 3. And then you missed that person? Hold on, I'm gonna need to see what's up here. A fiend that lives deep in the mountains and is always meditating to achieve enlightenment. Okay, so that actually didn't tell me anything. There we go. Deep in thought. Can't have that. Yeah, yo, stay safe. Literally. Like, you better. If you don't, it's a wrap for you. Sting edges. It's like the game knew that we'd be bringing Joshua here. Look at that. You see the setup? I mean, I guess. Okay. Fed up. Yo, straight up. Straight up. Death? Say no more. Death blows. We do love to see it.
Told you I could handle this.
Which way is the right way? Bring to me the darling of pure white radiance and proof of her scholarship. Only then shall the door open. Pure white radiance and proof of her scholarship. Okay, I'm gonna have to think on that one. No, I'm gonna fight him. I'm gonna fight. I completely forgot that those things did that. Oh my.
Oh, pitiful souls, may you
I gotta remember that about that enemy, because that move is ridiculous actually. That's like that Gehenna based. Excuse me. Well, Joshua, you got some work to do, Chief, so we're just gonna... Yeah, no? We're gonna see who gets slain in the process. You missed. Cool. Not aerial. Not aerial. Cool.
Oh, pitiful souls, may you rest in peace.
They're dropping a lot of Sepith and a lot of experience. Stinger M. Wait a damn. Oh. Skull Pendant. Prevent death blows? Yeah, if you could avoid getting one shot, that'd be great. Wait, crap. What the heck was it I also just picked up? Wait. Oh shit, what did I actually just pick up? Yo, I streamer brain that heavy. I was so focused on the equipment we just got, the skull pendant, I literally forgot what I just picked up before that. Death. Flicker. Damn. You got one job and I was able to hit both of them. I guess I could Evil Eye. And then Evil Eye showed me that it has terrible range. There we go. Oh, what?
Oh,
Cool.
pitiful souls, may you rest.
Curative Horn. Cool. Cool. Yeah, if I'm out here getting levels like this, I'll take a bunch of that Sepith. I saw we got some No way did they just give me an attack 3, right? I literally just crafted one. Yo. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. See how they're doing me out here, Kevin? Like, what am I supposed to do at that point, man?
Oh, pitiful souls, may you
Not
rest
goofy
in
out here. Hold on. Obtain Sylvan. Hello? What? This seems familiar somehow. Is something wrong, Reese? Not at all. I thought I may have seen this weapon somewhere before, but it must have been my imagination. It certainly seems like a capable one, though, so I think I'll use it all the same. Every time, bro. Every time. Yo, that range goes up a little bit? Yeah, that's actually a little sketch. Like, why do you recognize that weapon? Oh, 100%? It's wraps. Damn it. I didn't think that was gonna hit. Reese as well.
may you rest in peace.
My weekend begins. Yo, look at that. Time flew. Kumo no Tachi. Now, I don't know if the game sets us up to like receive these weapons based on what characters you actually brought in. But if not, Kevin actually might have set us up. Like, if I would have gotten the weapons outside of Sylvan, obviously, for Joshua and Mueller, regardless, and if I happen to pick up one for Josette, you actually set us up. Nah, see, literally, you got to clear the air. Does the game be like, oh, you get these weapons if you go to this side with these people, or is that predetermined? Like, do you have any idea? I need to know. I need to know, because there's no way in one... Nah, hold on. I'm gonna wait. Because that's actually insane. But fairly certain you get the weapons from the characters you bring, and it like rotates. Okay. Okay. So like if I were to have, not 100%, but I think, okay. So you right now you believe basically if I were to have brought in Tita instead of Josette, like I'd have gotten a Tita weapon, because like, yo, if that wasn't the case, yes, okay, cool. I feel significantly better, because if that wasn't the case, like literally, I would have freaked out. I'd have been like, Kevin, how did you know who to put in what team? Because I think I want to get one of these for Josette. And then maybe two of these. One for Reese, one for Josette as well. We wrote this game together? What do you mean? I don't remember bringing on a co-writer is my problem here. I don't remember doing that. Right, me a game too? Yo, it's time, Ivy. It's time. You better have to call him. But yo, watch out, because clearly, as you can see from this game, this man makes himself the center of the goddamn story and is the villain. They're like, what is that? Oh. Could that be the exit, perhaps? It certainly seems to be. I wonder if Kevin and his group are on the other side already. Oh boy. Looks like they're not going to let us reach it without a fight. What did I tell you? I've been waiting for this moment my whole life. I knew that this man Kevin was the villain. Look at that. This man went to the other door with a team of his own. He left them, probably killed them. And he's here. Ready to kill the other team. Nah, what? Kevin? But look at him. And he's got Gehenna in his eyes. And he's out here summoning devils. This bitch. Kevin. No, it's time to get bodied. I've been waiting for this moment my whole life, and unlike Trails in the Sky's second chapter, you won't steal this from me. It's time. Kevin ? A foe that looks like Kevin and attacks like Kevin, yet something doesn't feel right. Nah, this ain't no ghost. That's the real Kevin right there. 100%. There's no way. Okay. I can reach you, and I can reach you. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna get those two started. Dang. That only goes so far. Thank God that missed. Chariot charge. I haven't seen Felix set up like that ever. He just gave everybody max guard. Nah, this man is out here buffing the... Nah, man. Nah. Listen, some of y'all out here need to get dealt with for real. I'm gonna drop this like right here and hope that they don't move. Who's got 200 CP? You and you. We can hit these two. Well, actually, I think that would be a waste because I think they max guard through the entire thing. So never mind. Oh my god. Okay, cool. Y'all are still in range of aerial, which is nice. Nah, this is actually wild. Shoot at Kevin, please. Okay, so it's 2 hits. Sacred Breath. Okay, so that one had its guard taken down. And there's your goofy ass. Thank God he missed. Nah, what we're not about to do. What we're not. He said, "Let's go." I'm glad you're showing your true colors right now, Kev. Real talk. I'm really happy that we're here. I've been waiting for this moment my entire life. Real talk too. I'm gonna heal Josette with this. Okay, you need to pick Joshua up. insane. Damn, are you serious? Okay. We're gonna move you. Wait. Actually, yeah, we'll have you run up and attack Kevin. Cool. He's almost out. To be honest, this man said phase 2. Heal yourself, please. Nah. Nah, this man's insane. Doppel Kevin, an imitation of Kevin, keeps enemies at bay with his bowgun and support allies. Yeah, nah, it's actually a wrap for him. So we can't deal with the small fry until we get rid of Doppel ass over here. Say no more. Saith no morein. That man is getting folded 100%. This man too busy killing the rest of the squad, so we had to send a clone out here for us, yo. There's I don't think you understand, Kevin. Like, I will S-craft you right now, 100%. That move is nuts, Chief. Okay, cool. Your guard is down. Sacred Breath. Did this man just heal? All right. Can I mute him? Let's find out. Nope. Didn't think I could, but I thought it was worth a try anyway. Some of these are going to block, but you know what? That's alright too. I think that was our first time using that. That's kind of cool. No way he's out here healing, right? I also need to heal you. Yo, y'all need to relax, man. I'm gonna have you stand here. Did you just get... Wow, he got pushed out of the range of the... Oh my god. Yeah, nah, it's time, to be honest. I can only hit these two. That's kind of unfortunate. Well, guess it's got to be done. This man is almost dead. Well, he's dead now. No, quite literally, like what do you, what is that? What is that? Actually, we're not doing too bad on HP all around. Maybe Josette needs heals, but... What are you trying to summon with this? A grimoire. Fiend of indeterminate form that carefully surveys foes and drains their CP and EP? You're getting deleted. Goodbye. Alright. Now we can start dealing with these goofy ass things. No way you're still alive. No, Josette's actually done. Like, pray you're not alive if Josette gets 100 CP. Wow. Wow. Just whittle them down little by little, you know what I'm saying? Actually... Yeah, I'm gonna have to take that. I can't even lie. 100%. It's done.
Upon the golden wings of battle.
Have I used this? There's no way I haven't. No, I've used this. I remember this. It's just been a long time since I have. That's game. Just you, huh? Good night.
There is nothing my sword cannot cut.
Got a hit 4? Oh, we love to see it. Yo, Blueberry, what's going on, Chief? How you doing? How you be? Who is this? Yo. Who that? Who that? Okay, so we have to do this trial at the same time, right? Who would come in a duo? That seems to be the end of our trial, at least. Although I certainly wasn't expecting that to be a fiend to come perfectly disguised as Kevin. Zin or Riot? That'd be nice, right? But like, who would we come with? Because I mean, I could be extremely wrong, but I would just assume that like the pair are linked in some way. You know what I'm saying? I be doing good on Blueberry? Yo, you love to see it. Yes, sir. True, I wasn't... Oh. Hey, yo. Again? Maybe. Maybe. Linked together by being bracers? Whoa there. You okay? You didn't get hurt, did you? I'm fine. I was just so relieved to find that it wasn't really Kevin. And now that the fight is over, it seems clear to me that that battle was a trap set by our foes. Those bizarre cannon fiends are further evidence. No?
Do you like hoodies?
Yeah, do you like it? We'll trade.
Sorry, I was trying to get a hold of you.
Yeah, no, we'll trade. That's fine.
Data.
Oh,
That's why.
you used up all your data?
Yeah, well, we might go in 2 days, and I think 5 extra gigs for Pokemon, so.
Nice.
Hey.
Nice. Cool. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, Blueberry. No, you're good. You're good. You're good. Let's hurry through that door. I'm quite concerned about the other group. Yeah, you're right. She must have been really worried about Kevin to react like that. Yo, we're zooming. And I'm assuming it's going to switch right over to the gold right after that. Because obviously these are supposed to happen at the same time. Here we go again. All right, Kevin, let's see what's up. Because I'm trying to figure out like how it is that you get rid of this group and attack the rest, you know? I'm trying to see what's good. I'm gonna put that there. I really got to adjust the positioning of everybody on here, honestly. Attack this one. We'll focus this on this one. Oh, this actually works out quite well. Until that one does that. We love to see it. Now this is the arts team and the blinds team. Oh, thank you. Oh, that takes care of them. Just what were they? They weren't ordinary monsters, at least. They reminded me of the prank-loving gremlins that appear in folklore. Perhaps that's what they actually were? It's possible. First skeletons, then armored knights, then ghosts, now gremlins. This place is sure all about that folklore. Excuse me. And not the pleasant kind at that. Okay, so quite literally, this is the exact opposite. I'm upset. Layout, probably, as the silver door. Which is fine, which is cool. I'm gonna do it since you just took a sip. That's actually crazy. Wait, you saying I only sipped just now? You don't think I like actually chugged some water? That's crazy. That's more than I normally drink whenever you redeem a Netherlands. That's actually wild as hell. What do you mean? But thank you. That's actually crazy. Very nice. Take an item. Tear bomb. Tiro bomb. We are zooming. We are also frame dropping. What is that, man? Oh, I forgot to look over the party's orbments. I threw. I was mashing. Oh my. Well, everybody's got to get a mortal punishment now. Yo, literally, why do I do this to myself, yo? Oh, I didn't even notice fake Kevin over here. Wild. Okay, you're chilling. Whoops, I meant to do this. Okay. I thought I made another EP cut, but I think I might have given that to somebody else. So that's chilling on them right now. That's actually nutty. We're gonna give you shield 2. Every time I see this, I'm like, I'm so tempted, but I'm not gonna do it. I'll do this. Yeah, I think that makes most sense. Crit. That was an impressive crit, Princess. Yo, she needs a new weapon. 100%. Hello? Nah, you're doing the most. Yo, she's out here doing 1 damage now. They caught that nerf. This team is over here fighting low-key at a handicap until... Well, I mean, I could literally just pop off with arts on Chloe, but... Not you putting her to sleep and then waking her up right after, right? Actually rude. Silver earring. That prevents poison. Bunch of Sepith. We do love to see it. Thank you. Tiger heart. I forget what that does. Prevent seal and a bunch of stats go up, but her arts attack goes down by 100? Nah, that ain't it. What if I replaced it? Ooh, God, nope. Arts defense might... Oh, it's arts defense. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. Yo, nah, that's actually nutty, Professor. That's gonna sit in the back pocket forever. There's no reason for that. Okay, nice. Tita leveled up. Don't have to worry about healing her now. Gotta go fast, sir. Not like this, right? Yo, what's going on, hero? How you doing? How you be? Hope things with you have been well, chief. Imagine I had 0 arts defense on her, and that just happened. I think it's situationally good. I can understand that. Hope everyone's well today. Yo, doing pretty freaking good. Thank you so much for getting that shout out for hero. Yo. Oh, death? Watch this, yo. Y'all gonna see the craziest thing ever. Chloe's about to run up and one-shot Buddy right here. Low-key, I thought she was gonna miss.
For the sake of my master.
If she had missed, that would have been the game. Like yeah, no, that's real turn off the game and go to bed type stuff right there. Did you just flee? That's actually kind of nutty, Professor. Very nice. Oh, I'm totally wasting arts right now. I should have just attacked with something different. These some wild matches. Yo, I hate it here. High key. And yo, doing good here, hero. Doing pretty freaking good here. Hope you're good too. Nice. Very nice. And then there's you. Me running up with you and attacking
For the
things.
sake of my master.
What I should do is probably get something to increase Chloe's agility, so that way she attacks faster. Of course, Star Door, bring to me the man who talks with his fists. Only then shall the door open. I mean, who other than Zin, right? No, I'm actually trying to think, like, who actually other than Zin? I think it's just him. It better be just him, because if there's somebody I'm forgetting, I will shed 3 tears.
Justice must always.
Okay, so there's a door there. That's the portal out. White bracelet plus. Actually. Y'all seeing this? Alright. Prevents blind. Lowers her movement, which is fine. She's meant to be ranged anyway. Yo, Electrolysis, what's up, what's up? Gotta be him. Still not sure who the glowing white scholar would be though. Yeah, me neither, right? Like 1K mirror. I'm very very confused by that. More Sepith. Pearl earring plus. Actually, high key. Yeah, I think this would be better on you. Ah, I say that, but then... No, it's fine. No, but then... Agility, but then... Okay, well, this is plus 100. And this... That would just bring it to normal, so I could just get rid of this and just pluses all around. Tita, I am so sorry. We are treating you dirty. Yo, welcome back, J-Mac. Welcome back, welcome back. I do hope the day is still going pretty freaking well. Yo, okay. Crit. Let's see. Dang, yo, these things are a little speedy. Damn. You gotta go.
For the sake of my master.
Nice. Tito leveled up. Okay. So long as it wasn't a surprise attack, I'm chilling. I should really stop trying to use that, actually. Who did I didn't even see that there was... Wow. I beg your pardon? We're out. There's no way. So we had to close all the windows. Sort of hailing. Whoa! Ice fell from the sky. Yeah. Hailing. That is the word. Yo, you got hail? Hey, babe. You still trying to go to Mexico? Apparently they just got hail down there. Yeah, hail in Mexico. Imagine. Nah, there's no shot. I'm extremely busy, to be honest. Highly allergic. Oh, here we go. Ion bow. What? What's this doing here? How do you know this? Loki started running to the backyard to get ice and eat it? Of course he did. Of course he did. What's wrong, Kevin? Oh, no. I was just impressed at how nice this bowgun is. Yo, this man's capping. I'm gonna get some good use out of this, baby. I also just realized, did I not run into weapons for anybody else? Yo, that's actually kind of disrespectful. I'm not even looking at weaknesses of these enemies, to be honest. I should probably figure that out. Okay, so they're weak to space primarily. Molly was like, nah, I'm out, fam, and came straight to my office. Yeah, see, Molly is smart. Loki, on the other hand, literally the god of mischief. Like, what is that? Gaia Greaves. Footwear set with countless amberls. Low key? I think that's for you, Queen. I need to stop running up and attacking with Chloe like that. I also need to really sort out this placement. I'm doing that right after this fight. Damn. I was hoping to get both of them. Nope. You're done.
For the sake of my master.
Okay. Tactics. Battle position. I don't know what you're doing back, like, all the way over there. Maybe you sit here. God, we're like almost all ranged, low-key. Like, suddenly now it makes sense the way it was. Still, I'm gonna have you in the front. You can kind of be here. Tita. Tita should also be okay to be there. Yeah. Cool. Sure. Posted the pic of two of them looking innocent right after Loki made a mess on the floor with his wet paws. Yo, Loki needs to get sorted out. That's wild. But I'm excited to see that picture actually. I really just did that. All right. I really was like, yeah, I'm gonna put Chloe in the back, and then proceeded to just swing. I gotta get out of that. That's a bad habit. I know I can synthesize quartz, but I'm not gonna bother here. I say as I proceed to open up the quartz menu. Freeze is in here now. I don't think that was there a second ago. I got quite a bit of Sepith now too. My Sepith amounts are looking kind of nice. We're finally in the quadruple digits. After we get through this, depending on what's ahead of us, we go back and reread the Carnelia books. Over there. Could that be the exit, perhaps? Sure looks that way. Whew. I hope everything's going well for Reese's group, too. Ah, there goes my hopes of just walking. I think we're going to have to fight our way out of it, though. And look at who it is. I knew she had something going on, too. You know what I'm saying? I been knew Reese was evil. Reese? She's only summoning 4, unlike Kevin, who summoned 5. Damn it. Is she being mind controlled or something? Yeah, see, no, you actually can't trust the church. Like, there's no reason for any of this. Let's see what's going on here. I don't have information, so I can't read what's going on with these mirrors. We're just gonna have to fuck around and find out. That's really the vibe. First things first, though. Gotta start pulling you apart. Let's try, you know what I'm saying, one of these on that, and then on the opposite end of things, we'll do the same thing, and maybe drop, like, I don't know, I guess we'll attempt an aerial. I don't know if these things are gonna move, so maybe I'll put that like there. Smoke cannon, yes please. Dang it. Oh, nah, you ran past everybody just to... Okay. Okay, so those things are... Okay, so the ones on the left, don't hit those with arts. The ones on the right, absolutely hit them with arts. These ones over here probably gotta get hit with crafts. Shoot. I do want to impede that one over there, though. If you were just nudged like a little bit further up. Let's see how this goes. Cool. Chloe's looking okay on health. It's definitely not worth it to S-Craft just to save her and kill that thing. So we're going to see what I get hit with. Not you missing. That's quite a bit of damage right there. I'm not sure if I'm particularly a fan, but you know. Cool. I'm gonna get wild and hit you with like one of these. Neither of you actually need that at all. We'll do this. You get a dark matter going. Ow. Not the faker being brought out, right? No, 100%. You're catching one of these. You're catching one of these. Arc Fencer? That's actually wild. I'm gonna catch another one. At this point, this is bullying, 100%. Hello. All of a sudden, I'm upset. So okay. So that one, a particular element. Don't use that on you. Poke. Cool. The easiest fight of our lives, honestly. There it is.
Well, that takes care of that.
Mind 4? Okay. And it's another one. Oh. GG's. Sealing Stone. And it happened at the same time. Totally. Well, looks like that's the end of this trial. Sure came as a surprise to find out that Reese was just a fiend in disguise, though. Yeah, I thought she was being mind-controlled or something. I've known it for a long time, and if I was fooled, it's no surprise that you guys would be. The mirrors with it were so deadly, too. I think it's safe to say that whole battle was a trap set for us by our enemies. That being the case, I'm concerned for how the other group is faring. We should hurry on ahead. Yeah, let's get ourselves over to that gate. 100%. So literally, so Reese's group got weapons and Kevin's didn't. If that's not a sign, it looks like they're okay. Whew, yep, you're the real deal, all right. Thank Adios. I was worried as hell about you, you know? I could say the same to you. Still, it looks like those must have really been grimoires then. Sure does. Grimoires? Is that the name of those fiends we encountered? You got it. It's the type of fiend mentioned in the testaments. Although, maybe fiend isn't the best word. They're said to be what souls eventually turn into after being thrown into Gehenna. People's souls turn into those? That's not a very pleasant thought. As I'm sure you know, the church teaches teaches that the souls of sinners end up in the fiery depths of Gehenna. There, they are tormented by the ceaseless flames, slowly losing their own sense of self over time. Till finally, they're said to end up as nothing more than a chaotic lump of spirit known as a grimoire. I'm getting goosebumps just picturing it. And that's what those shape-shifting creatures we encountered were? Yes. The mirrors and cannons that appear with them are all cursed items that have the same origin. How they did it, I don't know. But it seems our enemies have quite literally opened the gates of Gehenna. Not them literally saying the gates of hell. That's quite a fitting metaphor. Oh, that sounds like... Look at who it is. It's LeVay Jr. Or Senior. He's got longer hair. You again. Well, look who decided to show their ugly mug. Did that lord of yours send you to come check up on us? That is one of the roles I have been assigned, albeit not the only one. I am impressed by how quickly you've progressed, even if it was with a significant amount of the Hermit's guidance. The Hermit? Who's that? The ghost we keep running into? I can't think of anyone else. She's been helping us in various ways since we've arrived here, and yet we still have no idea who she is. Indeed, I speak of her. She is a spirit that was left behind in Phantasma, as well as the master of the Hollow Garden. Of course, thanks to my lord taking most of her power, she can do little other than struggle as your guide. As usual, your cryptic nonsense just goes right over my head. But hey, if she's your enemy, that makes her our ally, right? I'll leave that for you to find out. Her position is hardly your concern at this time. I have a message for you from my lord. Your next destination is the Path of Beasts. Devour the new offering presented to you and display your seal once more. Then shall the flames of Gehenna burn ever fiercer, and my kingdom draw closer to its full, true completion. What? What is that supposed to mean? My lord says that you may choose to interpret the message however you see fit. My task was simply to relay it to you. Ha 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 ha. This man starts laughing. See, you've actually lost your marbles, Kevin. Kevin? Sorry, I couldn't help but laugh. Tell me, what sad classes did you and that joke of a boss that you got take to get your certifications on how to be a big bad? Nice touch trying to confuse us by spewing that cryptic bullshit too. Bet you thought we'd keep ourselves up all night trying to figure that gem out. I mean, the overblown theatrics make it a bit too obvious that it's fake, don't you think? Well, you about done with us? If you are, how about you get lost? We've got better things to do with our time than listen to nonsensical riddles from a guy who can't even bother to show his face. He laughed. Yo, I see you're quite fond of the gift granted to you by my lord. Does it bring back memories? Oh, gift? You think you can get away? Fear not. We will encounter each other again before long. I am, after all, Phantasma's foremost guardian. And with that, I bid you farewell. Nah, this man is bugging for real. This man is actually bugging. So that's the Schwarzritter you mentioned? He's the picture of his lord. Right down to taunting us as he leaves. Too bad for him that it doesn't take a genius to work out they're both bluffing. Your next destination is the Path of Beasts. Devour the new offering presented to you and display your seal once more. Then shall the flames of Gehenna burn ever fiercer, and my kingdom draw closer to its true completion. His words sound as though they have some specific meaning to me, but they could be taken in a number of ways at face value. We could try to unravel said meaning, but that may hinder our progress more than help in the long run. My thoughts exactly. Anyway, what's definitely not going to hinder us is going back to base and seeing who's in the 2 sealing stones we picked up. If we activate that monument over there, we'll be able to come right back here to continue exploring later too. Thank goodness it's right there, huh? I wonder who's going to be inside these. Yeah, I actually don't know who it's going to be. Golden Road, Silver Road. Chapter 3 is complete. I'll save here.
I'll be here in 5 minutes. Can you get it for me in the water?
Yeah, we'll do. Let me know. We'll do, yeah. Kevin Graham, 543rd? Or this class or something? In the name of the goddess above, I hereby appoint you a squire of the Septian Church. I humbly accept my appointment. I pledge to offer my soul to the goddess above in both body and blood to her church on earth. Very good. It is exceedingly rare for one at your age to be appointed to this position. I can only assume your aptitudes and training achievements warranted it. The church has been around for a little bit. Yeah, only a short amount of time. May you strive to be a worthy guardian of the goddess's sacraments as her loyal and devoted servant. Yo? Who is that? Well, if it isn't Kevin. I see you managed to avoid having your promotion rejected by top brass. Splendid, excuse me. Instructor? I really can't thank you enough for all you've done for me. I never dreamed I would have an actual Dominion supervising my training. How sweet of you to say. Hard to believe you're the same boy who waltzed up before the congregation for the sacraments shouting, "Make me a knight, please." I'd appreciate it if you chucked that memory back into the furthest reaches of your mind. Thank you. Oh, but how could I? Had I missed your groveling, I never would have taken an interest in you in the first place. And not in a million years would I have thought you were related to Rufina. You could have asked her to take you on as a pupil before resorting to such drastic measures, you silly boy. Well, I had my reasons. Let's leave it at that. Very well. It doesn't matter at this point anyway. Congratulations. You're now a dog of the church just like the rest of us. It's good to have you on board. Yo, Glenn, what's going on? Napuri, what's going on? What's going on? It's good seeing you both. I hope you're doing good. We're out here vibing, Glenn. We're out here vibing. How are you? Thank you. I'm not sure that's the most reassuring metaphor I'd be using or to be using on new recruits though. You might scare some of them right off. Please, you're not trying to position yourself as some sweet doe-eyed thing, are you? Besides, I think it's a perfectly apt description for us. We go around sniffing out sacraments wherever they may be, tearing through the throats of the heretical fools who are enamored with them all the while. Trying to stay cool in 100-degree weather? Yeah, no, I'm sick and busy, and I'm doing pretty freaking good myself. Not pretty, just like Glenn said. I'm trying to stay cool in this heat, but doing good otherwise. Yo, doing good otherwise. It's good seeing you. Can you spot the difference? Come on, instructor. I'm used to you at this point, so I don't really care if you call me a dog. But you care if I call your beloved Rufina one, don't you? Not to worry, Kevin. I can read between the lines well enough. Well, did I guess right? I owe her a lot, but I wouldn't call her my beloved. She's just like a big sister to me, that's all. You're making it sound like you what, exactly? Ooh! Not like this, right? Not Reese being the jealous little sister, right? Not that being the setup? Uh-oh. I thought you were in Remiferia. I've never heard of this one. Remiferia on a mission. I was, but I tried to finish as quickly as possible so I could be back for your appointment ceremony. I'm so proud of you, Kevin. It's just it's amazing just how fast you've grown. Now you're a full-fledged adult like me. Wow, thanks for going out of your way to come here. I'm not sure I deserve to be called an adult yet, though. How hot is it in Canada? Admittedly, it is cooler today than it was yesterday. Apparently, it's like 29 degrees, but I'm sure it feels like it's hotter. My computer says 29, though. So that's like kind of like high 80s in Fahrenheit for those of you in the States. Then my phone says it feels like 31, so it's here? Okay. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm gonna grab this food, grab some water for Denise real quick, and then we'll be back at it and we'll continue reading. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna put this on for you. Honestly, low key, considering I'm probably gonna be finishing in about two-ish hours anyway, this is probably a good time to do the little intermission. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Nah, there's no way I came back to Pink Django and Tiki Joe, right? Like talking that mess. Well, not Pink, but you know. Yo, Pink, what's going on? How you doing? How you be? It's good seeing you. Django, King, I hope you've been having a good freaking day. Joe, I don't have words for you, dog, but welcome in, I guess. I guess. What's going on, family? How you doing? What's popping? What's new? How's the Friday going? Talk to me. Don't look over there. Like looking over there is crazy, but maybe consider looking like right here, or maybe even over here, or maybe down here, something like that. Thanks for the host. Yo, this man Joe actually unhosted me to rehost me. You might be unhinged. Like it actually might be that kind of Friday for you, Chief. Like you know what I'm saying? I don't know where this energy is coming from, but that might actually be you. He said he would. He really did. Great that you're back. Now that you're back, yo, Pink, listen, you can't come in here and talk to me nice like that. Like I'm gonna have to toss you one of these. Happy to be here. Seriously, I appreciate it. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your company. Thanks for popping in and saying what's up. You got any weekend plans? Anything fun going down with you guys? Hope that teaches you not to leave when I walk in. Who do you think you are? Yo, Tyler, what's going on, Chief? How you doing? How you be? What's going on? What's new? Also, stream when? What's going on? I'm tired of this bait. You've been posting too much bait. My Friday was foolish in terms of work, yo, but I'm about to have some pizza with Lowlife. Oh, yo, let's go. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about right there. Pizza? What kind of pizza you guys got? And yo, tell Lowlife I said what's good. We're gonna rewind that real quick. Tell Lowlife I said what's good. All right, because that man is actually a king in some change. What is this? Oh damn. Okay. Cool. Words? Imagine, right? Just modded this 2DS. Love it. Yo, wait, modded it for what? Like modded it so that you can absolutely legally acquire more games, or modded it so that you could stream off of it when you come back tomorrow? Asking for a friend. Having pizza too? Yo, Shy out here with a pizza as well. I'm having some wings today. It is a wing type of Friday. Shout out to Denise. Thank you, babe. How's the story so far? Last time we had that nonsense with Chloe. Joe, the deeper we get into this game, the more convinced I am that Kevin is absolutely the villain of this story. I read a little bit of the story of Carnelia. We read up to chapter 7, I believe. And so the fact that what's her name? Ein, I forget the first name, the other name, something SEN something Ein, is here, and she's literally in the story. In this flashback, like, he's the villain. He is the villain. I can't believe you done the sound at me like that. I had to do it. I had to do it. There was no way I wasn't going to. But to legally get every game I want to play it finally. Nice. Yo, I'm happy about that. I'm actually really happy about that. And I can't believe you're coming back to streaming tomorrow. That's crazy, man. Yo, welcome back. We freaking missed you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to hit you with all of these. You know what I'm saying? And welcome back, Tyler. We freaking missed you. Yo, shout out to Dark Neff, by the way, coming back to streaming tomorrow. And it's gonna be a great time. It's gonna be a great time in there, 100%. Y'all got pepperoni and crispy barbecue chicken on top, and some buffalo wings. I've never done like a crispy barbecue chicken on top of a pizza before. I'm gonna have to try that one time. He said, yeah, see everyone tomorrow. Let's go. I thought we were voting him captain. Who? There's no way. Oh. I'm surprised you haven't voted him off yet. You talking about Kevin? Yeah, no. It's actually a wrap for him. Like, I know for a fact that Kevin is going to appear in future games, and when he finally does, whenever that is, I don't know when that is, he's dead. 100%. He's getting drafted immediately. There's no in between, no return for his ass. No way. We tried to vote him off, but our ballots got lost. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Shy knows. That's 100% what happened. I've got a whole lot of work ahead of me if I want to be half the knight the two of you are. Oh my, how modest of you. By the way, have you let Reese know about all this yet? Not yet. I'm planning to write her tonight. She's been real mad at me ever since I decided to come to Arteria, though. Hopefully this will cheer her up a bit. There's not much else I can do to make up with her short of going home. Perhaps we should do that together at some point if we can find the time. So he came here and didn't tell Reese that he was signing up to be with the church? He's the villain. Oh, and while I have the chance, thank you so much for looking after him all this time, Ein. You've given up so much of your free time, and I really do appreciate it. Think nothing of it. Selnate. There we go. Think nothing of it. It proved to be quite a fun way to kill time. If we ever thick load trip to Toronto, please don't call it that. You drafted? Do you fuck with the war? Props, if you get the reference. I'm gonna keep it a stack. I guess I'm not getting propped because that reference flew right over my head. I am terribly sorry for disappointing you for the first time in forever. And second of all, I'll do my best to recreate it for the fam. All right. Well, if you're bringing pizza here, fine. All right. Fine. This man been reading for 2 hours. That's what a JRPG is, E. Don't act like you don't like the sound of my voice. Crazy. Every time you mention the city, all I hear is Ontario. No way. No way. But also, Blue, like, come back. Like, what's going on? Say it with my chest? Wait, I mean, what I said to E? Oh, I will, absolutely. Because that man, yo, so tell me why, right? Let me dial it back in. Story time. So, as some of you may know, right? Today, all right, we were supposed to play Fall Guys with Joyful Jupiter, Esmeralda, and kind of sort of last minute, we drafted in Mr. E, right? So take it in. So I'm gonna give you all the full story. E hits me up yesterday, right? He said, here we go. Yeah, because you already know you have no defense for this. So E hits me up last night. He hits me up and he's like, yo, you want to play Fall Guys tomorrow or whatever? And I'm thinking it was going to be in the evening. Now I know this evening I'm going to be pretty unavailable. So I was like, oh, like I'm not not going to be available in the evening. Sorry, man. Like, can't play with you. Maybe next time. And he's like, actually, I stream in the mornings. So Felix putting people on blast. Yo, Lake and Will, you've been here for like 15 years. There's no way you don't already know how I am. But yeah, no. So he was like, yeah, I stream in the mornings now. I was like, oh, well, I still can't play because I'm playing with Jupy already. And he was like, yo, do y'all have a fourth? I was like, well, as far as I know, it's only Esmer that's playing with us. So you could probably ask Jupy and, you know what I'm saying, we could play. So I assume from that point, you know what I'm saying, he ran over to Jupy's DMs, was like, Jupy, let me play. I'm in there like swimwear. And then, you know, it was on, you know what I'm saying? No problems. Cool. Jupy was like, hey, yo, 1 p.m. You good? Everybody was like, yeah, bet. Let's get it. Cool. Fast forward to today, 1 p.m. Eastern. What is Mr. E doing? Playing Fire Emblem 3 Houses in the middle of a fight, pretty much at the start. How long did we have to wait for Mr. E to come back, come play with us in Fall Guys? About an hour. For what purpose? It was not an hour, bro. By the time you hopped into the VC, it was already like 1:50. All right. It was not 30 minutes. It was, I remember looking at the time, it was like 1:50. And then we did another round without you. So really, you didn't get to start playing with us until just about 2 p.m. That's crazy, bro. That's actually crazy. That's wild. E not coming back like this. You see it, right? I believe you. Felix likes to gaslight. Yo, nah. Y'all out here repurposing the definition of what gaslighting actually is. And I'm not for it. I'm not for that vibe, to be honest. Like I'm really out here about to cuss at you like my name is Joe after work.
Motherfucker!
Because that doesn't make any damn sense. Can you read a novella, please? I would absolutely love to. But remember, you're the one who stopped me from reading it at this moment in time. All right? Which, yo, this man been reading for 2 hours. I've been trying to read my novella in peace for 2 hours. And then I got you swinging in here like, who are you? All right. Love you, E. But if you do that to me again,
Oh shit!
that's your ass. All right? And not in the way you would probably like it. And not from me either. Probably from Kage or something. I'll have to send somebody for you, to be honest. He has a fair amount of potential in combat arts and thaumaturgy, too. It's a shame all of his skills are on the practical side of things, however. His academic side is less than stellar. Kevin peeking from the corner like, hey, yo, is it safe? Somebody take his stream deck away, shut this down. Why? Because I keep hitting this button? Honestly, that's fair, because I do hit it a lot. I think I hit it about 90 times per stream. Not this man putting exclamation mark rate. Who we rated? That's actually insane. I had this feeling in the pit of my stomach that may be the case. He laughed. I'm dead. Oh, right. I'm gonna get going. I have to pick up my new room key and medal from the general affairs guys. Sorry, I'll talk to you later. Oh. What's this? You look so concerned. Feeling guilty because he followed you into such a dangerous line of work? Not at all. That was completely up to him and him alone. I would never try to dictate his life choices. We'll get jiggy? Please do. It's time. It's just that I think he'll make a fine knight, personally. He checks all the boxes. He's got the potential. He's got the determination. All in all, I can see why you're so proud of him. And call it a hunch, but I wouldn't be surprised if a stigma manifested in him just like it has in you. Well, I'm impressed. I didn't think you can sense that of others if you didn't possess one yourself. Yet one more reason to feel frustrated that you aren't a Dominion. I know we're friends, but there's no need for all the flattery. My combat and thaumaturgy abilities are average at best. I wouldn't be cut out for the job at all. I'm grateful enough to have been promoted from squire tonight. That's the upper limit for someone with my lack of potential. If only you saw things the way I do. Someone with average at best abilities couldn't have handled your Ouroboros case half as well as you did. Huh? Fighting off a man of that reported strength to a swift enough conclusion would be a pretty feather in anyone's cap. It was just my luck that we both came to an understanding. As far as Kevin goes, he wouldn't need to rely on luck. His potential for growth extends further than I'll ever be able to go. But he has one weakness holding him back. That poor boy is just far too kind. So kind, in fact, that I can see him driving himself into a corner because of it one day. What? The dark stigma? Bro, this man Kevin about to turn into a Super Saiyan in this chapter. I really don't know who these two characters could be. I actually have no guesses. I'm going to assume one of them is Zin, but I don't know who the other one could be. I feel like it may be somebody that we haven't even seen playable, to be honest. At least not until this point. I don't know. I have no idea. I just hope not one of them is Kurt. If Kurt shows up, I promise you that's I'm done. That looks like... Why didn't I think of that idiot? I actually didn't think of Olivier at all. But we were right on Zin. He said, Joe is happy, bro. Joe said, yes. Yo, that's funny. He's in? Prince Oliver? No, this is a surprise. Don't think this is a dream, at least. Indeed, it is not. I would be overjoyed to share a sweet date with Shara in my dreams. One with a fine drinking companion, not so much. Yeah, this is real, all right. Still, doesn't Shara count as a drinking companion too? In a way, it's fine to be drunk with the joy of her company, but it is very much the opposite to be drunk with alcohol involved. That's one of the most important lessons I learned during my stay in Liberl. Truer words have never been spoken. He's back, Blue. Everybody's favorite. But alright, enough playing around. You guys mind filling us in on just what kind of situation we've gotten ourselves into? We shall make with the embraces and tearful greetings afterward. Honestly. Yo, Mueller is stressed. And yo, Django, I freaking got you. Thanks for the hydrate, Chief. Was that good enough for you, Shy? Because I know you be out here talking that smack. You two really are something special. You'd think you'd be a little shaken finding yourselves in somewhere as unnatural as this out of nowhere. Yeah, nah, they're actually way too chill about this. That was perfect. Yeah, thanks. Gotta keep my boy hydrated, even though I only can every half hour. I think half an hour is a pretty solid amount of time. This is quite the pickle. Now watch him be weaker than everyone by 10 to 20 levels. He better be above everyone by 10 to 20 levels. You got me messed up. I appreciate that it may be hard to believe, but this is the kind of situation we find ourselves in at this present time. If we were to try and find a way out, we'll need you to accept that. Oh, Mueller, my sweet rose-kissed muse, ever since pure and free of thorns. You misunderstand me. I have long accepted our current predicament as reality. Then why do you look so deep in thought? Need you even ask? Perhaps my life's toughest decision lies ahead of me. Before me, I find Joshua, Princess Claudia, Tita, and Josette. Then there's Julia, and even a new face, Reese. Swear to God. I think 15 would suffice. 15 will have me run into the bathroom every hour and 25 minutes probably, and I don't think I can handle that on my soul. What's up? Oh, okay. Thought you said something. Just whom shall I gather into my arms like a warm blanket and exchange sweet nothings in celebration first? Honestly, yo, I'm fed up. No. Hey, yo. How often do you keep yourself hydrated, Django? Let me find out. Let me take a note. Only you. Joshua, you were pulling my leg when you said this guy was an Erebonian prince, right? Hard as it is to believe, he is. Putting my deeply earnest dilemma aside for the time being, it sounds as though you've been making some headway in unraveling the mysteries behind this place. Naturally, I would be more than honored to help with that. I'm drinking water right now? Okay, cool. But like after you set the water down, right? Like how long until you pick it back up to sip some more? Like that's the question. Naturally, I'd be honored to help with that. But first, you've got a few questions you need to ask, right? I know I sure do. I should have known you'd be thinking along the same lines. You're exactly right. Fine by me. What do you want to ask? Do you think you figured something out? That's what I want to find out. First, I want to ask about that ghost you've encountered in here. Makes me smart hydrate, Django. There's no way. I go through at least 3 water bottles in an hour 15-ish? Yo, you actually might be out here insane. Chugging. But that's healthy. High key. That might be... I mean, you're obviously not getting water poisoning, you know what I'm saying? So, I guess you're doing pretty freaking good. You're getting your you're getting your fill. Is whose name Django? I mean, there's Django in the chat. Gash, what's up? How you doing? How you be? It's good for the skid. You ain't even lying though. You actually ain't even lying. Yo, that explains so much. Cause this man Django, like high key and also low key at the same time, a flawless individual. I don't know how he does it, but then again, I guess we just learned the secret. Ask away. If I remember correctly, the first time you met her was on the balcony in Gransel Castle, yes? Indeed, it was. She gave us the key that allowed us to eventually find and rescue you. He is flawless. You see it. That man is beautiful. Promise you. That was the first time she appeared to us as a ghost, but I don't believe it was the first time she directly communicated with you. Was it, Father? I don't think so, anyway. When Reese and I first arrived here, we heard a strange voice talking to us. We didn't have a clue who it belonged to at the time. But I think that was probably her too. As do I. So at first, she existed here only as a voice, but she's gradually started showing up with a body too. I know that's a weird way to put it, but if it's true, it backs up what that man in black said last time we saw him. Yeah, he said the Lord of Phantasma had stolen most of her power, right? He kept referring to her as the Hermit and Master of the Hollow Garden too. I don't even remember him saying Master of the Hollow Garden, but that makes sense. Plus the inscription on that monument behind us has the Hermit's Garden written on it. I think all of us here can connect the dots just fine. Agreed. It's reasonable to conclude that this very garden is connected to her in some way. Yo, it's going to be so sad when Estelle shows up. She has no idea what's going on. Everybody explains everything, and she just goes, what? That's true. That makes sense to me. It also explains why this place is kind of comfy compared to the other weird fiend-infested places in Phantasma. It feels like we're getting closer to the truth with every new revelation. By the sounds of it, she's been in Phantasma for a while now, possibly since the beginning. But then she had her power stolen by the Lord of Phantasma and ended up without a body. Since then, she's been trying to help us to the best of her abilities and guide us forward. If we assume all that to be true, maybe the monuments scattered throughout are connected to her somehow too. They seem to exist for that same purpose, guiding us forward. I think there's one more thing in our possession that's connected to her as well. That cube, Kevin. You think so? Unfortunately, your guess is as good as mine on exactly what that cube is. That being said, I think the odds of it being connected to her somehow are as high as everything else on the list so far. Well, what do you think? Honestly, I'm impressed. You've done a remarkable job of making sense of the situation when you've only just arrived. Still, if we assume all that to be true, then there's something else we should be doing as we keep moving forward. Helping to restore her power, I assume? That way, we should be able to ask her what else she knows about the land we're in. Got it in one. I get the impression that if we don't, we won't stand a chance against those two. We'll find ourselves up against a wall at some point. Yo, are those cat eyes? Hello? What is... Yo, that's actually wild, Draco. Okay, go in. You may well be right. Well, leaving her aside for the time being, I do have one final thing I'd like to ask. I'd expect nothing less from Prince Oliver. Nah, you wild. Dragon eyes. Of course, right? I said cat eyes, realized it was Draco's emote, and then still was like, ah yes, cat eyes. Yo, it's Friday, Django. And like I just, you know, like I might be a fraud. Like I think that's what this is. Huh? What else is there to cover? It concerns that the Lord of Phantasma you kept mentioning actually. Put simply, you wouldn't have happen to have any idea as to who they are, would you, Kevin? Why me? Well, from my perspective, they are awfully fixated on you. They seem to know about Reese's deceased sister as well. And then there's the fact that they're even able to summon devils from the church's texts. It all seems to be pointing to you two, and you in particular. I could see why you'd ask, I guess. Unfortunately for you, though, I got nothing. If anything, I'd say they seem to be an enemy of the Growlsritter as a whole rather than just me. I suppose that's possible. I wouldn't be surprised if an organization like that had more than their fair share of enemies. No offense, of course. I have plenty of enemies myself. Try not to sound like that's something worth boasting about. Anyway, here we go. Main character talking. My fault. Let me move my camera out of your way, Joshua. Even if we've connected some dots, we'll have to save the mystery behind who our enemies are for another day. Maybe we can get some more information out of them next time we see them, but until then, we don't have much to work with. Right. Next time one of them shows up, we'll have to see what we can force out of them. So, that about wrap things up for now? If so, we should probably get ready to head out again. We're on plane number 4, and if the previous planes are anything to go by, it's going to be tough. Kevin. Oh. What's up? Did you have something else you wanted to add? No. It's just that I'm not feeling very well, so I'm going to sit the next plane out. What? I'm sorry for the trouble, everyone, but please look out for him on my behalf. He shouldn't cause you too much trouble, but as I'm sure you know, he can be a little careless at times. Yo, Teasy, what's going on, man? How you doing? How you be? Hope things have been going good today. Thanks so much for swinging on by. I got my eye on Reese. Yeah, you see it, right? Imagine having a bot that puts your cam over Joshua's portrait every time he comes up. Yo, if I was that kind of programmer, Joe, I promise you I would try to figure something like that out. Just have a bot that recognizes his portrait and be like, okay, move camera to this position. It's a wrap. God, that would be so cool. Are you not going to go after her? Sorry. I'll be back in a minute. He actually is going after her. Reese. Wait a sec. What's with you all of a sudden? Oh, I know. Are you feeling left out because I'm the only one you know here and everyone else is all buddy-buddy? Sorry, Reese. Probably wasn't fun to have to sit through the whole happy reunion deal over and over when you can't be a part of it. I should have noticed earlier, really. I've been pretty insensitive, so I'm really sorry, okay? When are you going to stop acting? Huh? It's true that I felt a little left out for a while. You've clearly gone through so much together, and it's made you that much more fond of each other in days since. Yeah, we had some amazing times. Hard to come out the other end of stuff we did without growing closer through it all. All good on the side, about to make a move to the gym soon? Been lurking and chilling? Hell yeah, yo. Yo, doing good here, man. Doing good here. Y'all make sure you go follow my brother OT. Clearly, I got Jiggy and Teasy on the mind. I was literally about to say OT Teasy. My man, Go Teasy. Make sure you go follow my man, Go Teasy, yo, because he's doing some amazing freaking things over there. Okay, amazing things. And word on the wind is you're going to be seeing a lot more of him, especially around here, low key, in the coming months. I want to say, leading up to TwitchCon for sure, and most definitely after, because we're gonna be doing some things in here together. Me, him, Jiggy, which is why I had Jiggy on the mind. And I mean, if there's a fourth to be involved, that is pending. We'll see what's up with that. We better? Yeah, no, 100%, provided that like Jiggy can, Teasy can be on time. Holy, it's 2 a.m. already. Yo, time really flies, right? Like I'm bugging low key. I'm over here looking at my runtime and I'm like, oh, it's almost been 3 hours. Like I'm gonna be signing off in about an hour, and I'm just like, hey yo. But yeah, primarily an Apex gamer. Today is Friday, so for those of you who are looking to, you know, get your horror adrenaline like fixed or whatever, this evening, you're definitely gonna catch him live playing and watching something. All right, am I gonna be there? I'm busy. But no, real talk. Make sure you go follow him, yo. And yeah. That's all I can really say for now. Watching you all, how could I not have felt lonely? How could I not have felt jealous? You've been avoiding me for the past 5 years, Kevin. Woke up at 6 a.m. for work. It's been a long day. Holy, I'm assuming you also don't work tomorrow, right? Like, there's no way you should be actually sleeping right now. My gosh. The thought that you'd grown close to so many others while going out of your way to keep me out of arm's reach did make me sad. You know I didn't mean it like that, Reese. But at the same time, I was so happy you did. I knew how badly what happened to Rufina hurt you, and how you were still blaming yourself for it. Pokemon Puzzle League sweat? Yo, you were actually going nuts on that. I can't even lie. I was like, oh. I lurked for a little bit, and then it was after Apex started that I finally got to chat, and I think you were playing with Chunky by that time, but yeah. It finally stopped raining. Let's go. No more hail. Not working tomorrow? Okay, good. Good, you can sleep in. Imagine swerving a girl for 5 years and she still finds you and saves your ass. Blue, right, you see it. There's no way, right? Next day is Monday. Good. Yeah, get all the rest you can. If at any point you need to step out, like, please freaking do. I appreciate you swinging in. But I also know that sometimes, like, it is that restlessness be hitting. No more hail. Let's go. I knew you were driving yourself into a corner over it. Yo, they've been saying this a lot. This whole driving yourself into a corner, backing yourself into a corner. I don't like this. Over it, and how you were taking on nothing but dirty jobs as if you were trying to punish yourself. And I couldn't confirm it myself for sure, but I just knew the rumors that you were desperate to burn yourself out through them were true. So that's the reason. That's why, as lonely as I felt when you were off making new friends without me, I was really, really happy more than anything. Reese, you do know that, except it turns out you haven't made any new friends at all. You're pulling the same exact thing you pulled with me on them. Every single one at arm's length. They can't get close to you. You won't get close to them. One more week left and it's time for vacation? Let's go! That's what I'm talking about. On the surface, you're a cheerful person having fun with everyone, but on the inside, you're as cold as can be. All you're doing is manipulating your own emotions so people think you're someone you're not. Yo, the call out is insane. If this is you, at yourself in chat right now. After watching you ever since we were reunited, that's become plain as day to me. Man, I'm happy you're worried about me, but you've totally got the wrong idea with this one. Sorry, I'm good at a lot of things, but pretending to be someone I'm not isn't one of them. When I'm happy, you'll know about it, and when I'm mad, well, I think you'll know I'm not so good at hiding that either. I'm the same transparent guy I always was. Oh, I didn't say you weren't easy to read, for me at least. After all, I know how genuinely shaken you were by the Lord of Phantasma's message. Their words, and the words of that Schwartzwitter, always come across as cryptic, but not to you. Deep down, you know what they're talking about. You just constantly keep it from the rest of us and try to keep us in the dark. No, maybe you've even managed to pull the wool over your own eyes, too. Come on now, you can't seriously. Devour the new offering presented to you and display your seal once more. You know exactly what that means, don't you? Go on. Do you like my IG story? I've made it? What's it like being in Hollywood? Let me know. Because it couldn't be me. Not that I ever post stories on IG, but that's besides the point. You know what? Maybe you should sit things out for a bit. You're clearly really tired. What? I get that you're as angry as you are upset with me, but I think it's starting to make you jump to some really out there conclusions. Yo, no way he's being that guy right now, right? Like, see this? This is gaslighting. There's no way. And being tired is only going to make it worse. Can't see how negative your line of thinking is? Can't you see how negative your line of thinking is? You can't seriously believe this is all actually true. I'm not saying I don't deserve all the anger. I totally do. I genuinely was busy. But at the same time, I wasn't sure how to face you if we did end up meeting either. Still, we're going to be working together from now on, so enough. Huh? There it is. It's a slap. There it is. Typical Father Kevin behavior. You see it. Everything you're saying is just meaningless. Maybe the others don't realize that, but how dare you think I, of all people, would fall for it? I realize I'm turning my back on my duties as a squire by doing this, but I can't bear to be near you any longer. I can't stand to see the Kevin I thought I knew so empty. So, see you later, Reese. Kevin? And look who You can't make this up. Oh, hey. Sorry you had to see that. Don't worry about it. Oh, nosy ass. This man is Ned Flanders. The Dinkelberg. I want to know something, Joshua. You've looked into me a fair bit since I first stepped onto the scene, right? I have. I know that you're called a heretic hunter. I know that you're one of the 12 dominions that lead the Growlsritter. And I know that you undertake the execution of sinners the church deems most unforgivable, almost single-handedly. Where did he do his homework at? I figured you know your stuff. You wouldn't want any guys whose backgrounds you hadn't thoroughly vetted being close to your girlfriend for long, huh? I can't deny it. Still, the only people you harm are those sinners, never anyone else. So I decided that, for the time being at least, you weren't a threat to her or anyone else. This man talking like, yeah, I've been new for some time now, but I promise you, if you were a threat to Estelle and I would kill you. We, like, listen. I despise, at this current moment, both of these individuals, right? Like, they're both literally villains in their own ways, right? And honestly, I think that to some extent, they've literally worked together, right? Now, in this particular instance here, and I've already lost my train of thought, but I'm pretty sure I was going to say something along the lines of like I think I hate Joshua more than I hate Kevin. I think, because like he just has too much. You know what I'm saying? He's just got too much. This man knows everything. Where did he get that information from? You know what I'm saying? Kevin is still terrible, but like, what is this? I see. Wiseman was your work too, wasn't it? Sure was. My job was to get rid of him. That's it. And he knows what happened to Wiseman? Fraudulent. Actually fraudulent. Everything I did with you guys leading up to that point was to get myself into a position to get it done without him catching on. That includes helping all of you out naturally. Yeah, I know. You must have been aware of the possibility that Estelle would be taking on board the Glorious too. You thought allowing it to happen would help you in the long run, so you kept quiet about it. Bro, what? Wow. Now that one I'm surprised you pieced together. I hate him. I hate him. You shouldn't know this. Be surprised. I shouldn't even know this. But yep, you're absolutely right. I figured there was a chance she might get abducted, but I did exactly nothing to stop it. All I cared about was finding out what Wiseman and you were up to, and where you were for that matter. Couldn't use a better bait for that than her. I thought so. And yet all of that doesn't change how I'm more grateful than words can express. Why is that? Because if you hadn't helped me back then, I would still be Wiseman's puppet. I'm fed up. Oh no.
Well, diddly owl, howdy fell diddly elix.
This man
It's
came.
been a while, how have you been? Speaking of noodly Ned Flanders, I just thought I'd say what's up and ask how the hell diddly L Trails of Cold Steel has been. Oh look, it's before freaking years.
That's
How
true.
diddly ding dong did we pull that off? Sheesh.
Alright, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you, Sphere, alright? I'm gonna keep it a stack. You ever come in here like that again, and it's a wrap for you. I don't give a damn if it's been 4 years. You ever do that shit again, it's a wrap for you, Chief. Nah. Thank you so freaking much for the love, first and foremost. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you, Chief. I hope things with you have been great, actually. And Trails in the Sky has been a trip. Bro, I don't know where to even begin trying to loop you in as to what's going on. You're gonna have to hop on this train from here. But it has been a ride, man. It has been a while, and I've been freaking great overall, trying to fend off the heat. You know what I'm saying? Joopy, I see you cozying up and lurking. I appreciate you. Yeah, it's been something, man. What you been up to? And also, hey yo, Dragon Ball fans in the chat, the movie tickets for Dragon Ball Super Superhero just dropped today. Cop yours. All right, I just bought mine this morning. I'm in there. I got the best seat in the show. All right, I'm gonna be there 5 p.m. Thursday, August 18th. I'm in. I'm gonna be watching that movie, and I'm gonna be screaming like hell when I finally see it, bro. I'm gonna be like, ah! You know, like that's gonna be me, 100%. And then when the big bad is finally finished, like I'm actually gonna be in there, like my name is Black Fox, like
Yes, bitch! Yes! First fucking class ticket! Fox Airlines! Send your bitch ass home!
that's going to be me in the theater. I promise you, I'm gonna be the loudest in there. Yo. Yo, the quickness on that was amazing. I hit the wrong button. The quickness on that was absolutely amazing. So I'm gonna just have to give you one of these. Because holy shit, I didn't even get to riff on that bot. Also, if we could take a quick moment to also report that account, probably, so we can get it the hell off of Twitch, that'd be fantastic. Thank you very much. I love that combo. Yo, honestly, that is the combo. I can't even lie. I'm gonna try and create one maybe on Sunday if I have time, because my Sunday's looking kind of packed now. But if I get the time Sunday, yeah, nah, I might have to like do a little something with that, honestly. Wow. Yo, Blue, don't even trip, man. That man Joe, like, I think he was just ready in general to get somebody. Whoa. Good. I can tell. Hey, I already see the way you're grinning. Like you are content right now. That's crazy. That's crazy. The fastest mod this side of the Mississippi. Yo, literally. How is this man West Coast, and yet he modding like he's the god mod over in the East. Like I'm really trying to math it, and I can't. I would have broken with my own hands what I value most in the world. That's a debt I'll never be able to fully repay. No, sweet Adios. Now you're just being cute. I know you're smart enough to realize that's not at all why I threw you a bone, right? I just wanted him off his guard enough to create the opening I needed. Helping you was the perfect way to do that. That was all there was to it. Oh, this man is insane. Had to be because I was frame 1, but Joe was on frame 0.5. You see it, like he's doing the hit time skip. And again, that doesn't change how grateful I am to you. Knowing why you did what you did doesn't erase the gratitude I feel, not in the slightest. It really is just as well you ended up quitting Ouroboros. You'd suck to high heaven if you were an enforcer now. Honestly, you're totally right. If Reese is sitting on the sidelines for now, let me help you in her place. I might not be as capable as helping you as she is, but I should be able to back you up. This man showed up to be like, yeah, I'm going to be the one to forcefully occupy this, like, the second slot on your team. What is that? What is that? You don't need to feel indebted to me, you know. Well, I'll take what I can get. No doubt you're worried sick about Estelle too, so there's your gold star reason for helping out besides me. So, thanks. I'm glad you've got my back. Right back at you. This man actually just forced himself into my party. All right. We're gonna have to take the two newcomers 100%. Olivier and Zin. There's no way. Your two besties, literally, don't do this to me, yo. I will find you and I will mark you as a suspicious user in this chat and every community I ever mod in. All right. Don't do this to us, all right? We're supposed to be BFFs. Over your shoulder, like, where you going? Like, oh my gosh, man. All right. I'm gonna also read the rest of the Carnelia series because, yo, I'm mad curious. All the ladies are checking up on her? That's nice. Actually, real quick. Okay, nothing new at these bookshops. There are a number of interesting books here. Kitty Talk for Dummy. Okay, in any sense, is any of this important? Like, I imagine it's not here for no reason, but I'm just like, I remember coming across Kitty Talk for Dummies, and I think the Herb Woodpecker as well in second chapter, but I was just like, okay, whatever, they're probably just useless side stories. But if they're relevant at all to anything, like, no. So don't bother with them. Like, where I don't need to bother with them. Okay. Okay, cool. This is the one we're on next. Okay, a lot more just fun. Okay, cool. I almost misinterpreted what you said, and I was like, I gotta read these immediately. But no, we're good. Let's get back to this, all right? 15 pages. Let's get it. I'm gonna try and burn through this. Kitty Talk has like some chest quotes. Oh, okay. That's cool. Wheezing, I breathed in, the sound high and whistling as the air fought to make it through my constricted windpipe. Still clutching tightly to my orbment, I unwound the sheets from my throat. Utterly exhausted, I tilted my head on its side and watched with reddened eyes as a small stream of saliva dribbled down over the edge of my mouth and pooled onto the floor. That is mad descriptive. When the fresh air finally made its way into my lungs, it initially choked me nearly as badly as the sheet had. A thump from somewhere behind startled me from my fit. The Jaeger demoness, like a spring-loaded doll, leaped up from the floor of the room. The single shot of magic I previously landed in her gut should have done the trick, but the fluid way she moved about made it appear as if she were unfazed by the blast. Within arm's reach of where I subconsciously curled myself came the splintering sound of unseasoned wood being hewn down by a giant woodcutter's axe. In the following instant, Sister Carnelia came flying through a newly opened hole in the timber door, her entry punctuated by a cloud of splinters. Her arms as pliant as whips, she passed by the female Jaeger in a lightning-quick motion, and with a turning assault, clocked her opponent full tilt in the face. The woman spun at the full force of the blow and fell with a tumultuous thud, her head cracking hard against the floor. Like a prima ballerina, Sister Carnelia raised her knee high until she had it tucked securely up against her sternum. She stared down at this outstretched figure on the floor. Muscles flexed, and without an ounce of mercy, Sister Carnelia let her judgment fall with the heel of her boot, stomping down and crushing the wretched woman's throat. God damn, Yo, Dragon Ball fans, once again, for those of you who watched the original run of Dragon Ball Z, or even Kai, right? That sounds like the Birder treatment. That sounds like Vegeta, who just stomped Birder's throat out. Nah, that's nuts. That's the vision in my head right now. As I witnessed the grotesque and unsightly scene, Sister Carnelia gave a quick glance in my direction and then beckoned me on. Then, with a nimble hop into the unknown before her, she cleared the broken window frame and lighted to the ground below. Quickly scraping my belongings together, I made after her in the same manner as she had left, out the window with a two-story drop to the cobblestone side road below. Waiting close by and helping to break my less than elegant fall, Sister Carnelia led me on as we took flight along the avenue, brightly lit by the morning sun. A deafening blare from an Orville engine's whistle indicated that the first train was about to depart. Sister Carnelia immediately pulled a ticket out from her coat pocket and held it out to me from the side. Reaching for the fluttering strip of paper between her fingers, I realized that I was still carrying the bar of soap from before, and so I chucked it, not caring where it landed or who it might hit. Aboard the train, the smoggy haze from incessant smoking of the nattering gentleman had permeated into every nook and cranny of the passenger car. There was also the smell of newly printed publications and the occasional sound of someone clearing their throat. It felt rather awkward to have boarded a train bound for the Imperial City with my bag still in hand. "Do you know what your problem is, Toby?" Sister Carnelia remarked. "You're just like that orbment of yours." Using her white handkerchief, she stanched the flow of blood from my leg, which had been lacerated by the spinning arrow blades of the magic. "Once you get yourself into trouble, you keep digging yourself in deeper until someone comes along with a billy club and whacks some good sense into you." Placing a folded magazine on my lap, she had tapped it with the nail tip of her index finger, indicating that I should read what was inside. It was a copy of the Imperial Chronicle, which had just published that morning, or just had been published that morning. A several-lined article, buried pages behind more titillating news, told of this suspicious death of one Orville factory owner somewhere within the capital. Okay. This was the first time I had ever become of mixed real age. Sister Carnelia continued her lecture as she mercilessly upbraided me for my reckless behavior. Wait. So Mict was killed? Is that how I'm supposed to be reading that right now? Oh, shit. "You miss being caught up in all of this by a hair's breadth," she informed me coolly. At a loss of words over the shock of Mict's death. What the fuck? I put the magazine away in my trench coat pocket. Another 5 minutes in that shop and you would have gone to meet your maker too. I shook my head and with trembling lips let my thoughts fumble out of my mouth. I just don't get it. Why did Mict have to die? Images of Mict's cold body behind the counter alternated in my mind with that lump of metal wrapped in scrap paper. Just what the hell had I been carrying all this time, and why did anyone have to die over it? I pondered at length. Sister Carnelia met my eyes and held them. "Because it's an artifact," she said simply. "An artifact?" I scoffed as I blew off her answer. "It's not like I haven't carried a bunch of them before." Artifacts, in short, were the remaining legacy of an ancient civilization and the generic term for any unidentifiable unidentifiable, I don't know why that part of the word got me, mechanism which resembled that of an orbment. I had spent my days as a courier smuggling any number of those items under the false pretense that the goods I was carrying were nothing more than rare antiques, and readily placed them in the hands of those aristocrats, amongst whom they were especially in vogue. And for the most part, my current possession appeared as though it belonged in the same group as the others. Personally, I could find no other value in collecting of these artifacts besides the indulgence of oneself in a decadent hobby. Chiding me as if I were a clueless child, Sister Carnelia rebuked. You're wrong, Toby. This one's much different than the others. And after a moment's pause, she added, it's alive. Unable to grasp what she had meant, I looked at her with a questioning expression on my face. Sister Carnelia tried again. What I'm trying to tell you is that it still works, although I'm not really sure what kind of power it actually has. It was unearthed during an excavation within the Empire's territory about 30 years ago. Oh my god. Sister Carnelia's subsequent story about the peculiar lump of metal told of the dark history surrounding the group of aristocrats who relentlessly sought after it. The artifact itself had transitioned from hand to hand by those in power, and one after another, they were murdered while slumbering in their bedchambers. Then, at the end of the 100 Days' War, its whereabouts were said to have been lost. And strangely enough, it finally turned up in the capital after all this time, she said, finishing up the account. An announcement chimed in the passenger car notifying those riding of the scheduled time of the arrival. Sister Carnelia uncrossed and recrossed her long legs. The one who was after that artifact hired the Jaeger Corps to bring it to them, whatever the cost. So as a result, I was dispatched by the church in order to protect both you and it from falling into their hands. I sat staring down at the bag resting next to my feet as we approached our destination, and the moving train quietly began to lose speed. Nah, that's actually really wild. In the bowels of the Imperial City, moving purposefully through the crowd, we made our way through between the rows of seats. Each time the swinging bag in hand struck the side of my knee, I became keenly aware of its presence. It was an unnerving feeling, quite like I had unintentionally brushed up against someone in an offensive way. Furthermore, it was nearly inconceivable to my mind that the ancient relic the Jaeger Corps were pursuing with such a frenzy was sitting right here inside the stitched cloth of this cheap handbag. Oh, whoops. I accidentally tapped X there. Okay, there we go. What a fool Mix had been. Hadn't he known the burden of this object would be one far more weighty than the both of us could have ever hoped to bear? I squeezed my eyes shut against the thoughts flying in my mind and addressed Sister Carnelia, who followed closely behind me. Will you be making a break for the cathedral once we get off? Yo, Dragon, what's going on, Chief? How you doing, how you be? Yo, that emote goes hard. I can't even lie. Is that a Sensei CJ? No, it's you. That's a you emote. Oh, damn. I thought it was going to be Sensei CJ. What's going on, man? How you doing, how you be? What's going on? Check out my guy, Dragon. You've been playing a lot of, like, Valorant in general lately, right? I've been good. How about you? I'm pretty freaking good, man. Pretty freaking good. It's good seeing you. Yes, that was the plan, she answered, scanning the scene outside the window of the passenger car. I think that's the only option we've got if you want to make it through this day alive. The station where the train was set to arrive was unremittingly crowded with countless droves of passengers, and as usual, the sky was slightly overcast. Everyone outside on the platform stood shivering in silence with their collars drawn up to their ears, huddling close to one another for warmth, like a flock of waterfowl out in the tidelands in midwinter. Don't worry. I won't be tossing you down a flight of stairs this time, Toby, jested Sister Carnelia. Although, if there were 2 more of you at my disposal, I might have decided otherwise, she added. Evidently, the numbers in our welcome party this time had seen a rather dramatic increase. The odds don't appear to be in our favor, she said in a low voice, her warm breath tickling the lobe of my ear. We won't be able to leave through the ticket gate. As soon as we stepped off the train, we stealthily moved to the opposite end of the platform, and after sneaking out of a large door for only authorized station personnel, we jumped down onto the path of railroad ties and steel rails below. The biting cold wind of the capital swept freely across the unobstructed railroad tracks, causing me to shudder as if it ruffled our coats with its chilly touch. Slipping between the couplers of a pair of freight cars, we moved cautiously along their edge, sticking close to the shadows. Over on the cargo platform, workers were busy unloading containers. For someone who had his mind set on becoming a dealer of pilfered goods, gaining illicit entry into the station house would be one of the first of all basics. Showing my ticket, I spoke politely to one of the workers. Then, with the scenario I picked out of my head, I sold it to him as I played the part of a manager here on business with a celebrity of notable repute. Midway through our conversation, I introduced Sister Carnelia, who did her best to show the man a glamorous smile and feminine pose. Someone's playing with fireworks. My pets need me. Yo, do your thing, cat. We will see you soon. All right. And I'm terribly. Who the heck is playing with fireworks and for why? Let us find out. And drop their Facebook profile too. We'll body a neighbor. I had possibly gone a bit overboard when I stated that she was an opera singer because the way that she carried herself made her look more akin to a low-wage cell song in a bar of drunkards. Yet, in spite of it all, the worker graciously let us through. You're so good at that, it's almost scary, Toby, Sister Carnelia said as we raced through the station's warehouse sector. You should seriously consider doing another job, she went on. I bet you're going to tell me to join the Bracer Guild, right? Come on, those guys would turn me down in a heartbeat, I said as I laughed off the thought. Then, throwing the idea back in her court, I asked, so how about yourself? Why don't you join the Bracer Guild? Reaching the end of the warehouse sector, we came to a stop in front of a large chain link fence. Sister Carnelia crouched down, and while sliding a drainage cover to the side, laughed at my previous question as if it were insane. Are you kidding? She asked. They'd gun me down the second I set foot into one of their branches. The winding, narrow stone tunnels, like the one we were in, ran everywhere beneath the Capitol. I remember this actually. We crawled along the light shining down through the drainage grates on the side of the large road above. We crawled along as the light shining down through the drainage grates on the side of the large road above us illuminated the way like a trail of flickering oval lampposts. There we go. The feet of those walking along the avenue passed right by where we were, but not a single person noticed a scraping or way along below them. And for some strange reason or another, the world beyond the thin flagstone paved road appeared so dazzling in my eyes. Yet the Jaeger Corps, loss of the artifact in hand, and a senseless sudden death, all of which had never crossed my mind before, lay in wait for me. Dared I venture into the open world above. As we pressed on, I began to think that the small round tunnel which we were crawling through would run on forever. When it finally merged with the high ceilinged sewer surrounded by walls of countless blocks of chiseled stone. We'll go through here and make our way over to where the cathedral is located, Sister Carnelia insisted. Raising one brow, she pointed her finger upward. It's a lot safer down here than it is up there. That's fine and all, but what are we going to do if it gets attacked? Sister Carnelia grabbed my hand, and with that, stepped into the muddy darkness beyond. Don't worry, Toby, she reassured me. Faith isn't the only thing supporting the church. Gotta be back. Yo, sounds good, Blue. We'll see you in a minute. We're on chapter 9 now. Okay. Carnelia. The flicker of dying orbital lamps mounted I'm sorry, what is this word? I've never seen this word in my life, and there have been a lot of wild words in this narrative. Equidistant? I guess? Equidistant lengths along the sewer walls sent thin streaks of light across the surface of the rippling flow of filthy sewage. Passing in front of these one by one, Sister Carnelia sped down the stone sidewalk as the sound of her body cutting through the racing tunnel winds trailed out behind her. Panting and out of breath, I continued to move my feet toward the darkness which lay before me as I chased after Sister Carnelia's flickering shadow. Equidistant, I guess, like we're out here. Wayworn, yet without a moment of repose, we headed unrelentingly with our sights set on the Cathedral of the Septian Church. We moved swiftly along the moss-covered stone pavement, the clacking of our heels echoing in the dimly lit underground. Equidistant? That makes sense. I guess, yeah, that's literally a merger of both words with an I. Let's see. Above ground, the walking distance on the city roads from the railway station to the cathedral was just about 3 blocks. If we had made our way up through the drainage ditch just beyond the sluice gate, we would find ourselves in the public square outside the massive sanctuary. Up ahead, the light of another orbital lamp came into view. Turning her head in my direction and without a word, Sister Carnelia extended her right hand outward in a wide motion, indicating that we would be turning that way at the next corner. Then, as if preparing for something, she rolled both shoulders in a grinding motion and relieved the last of her tension with a pop of the neck. It seemed to me as though she knew all too well what was lurking within the tenebrous conduit ahead. Under the unsteady and sporadic coruscation of light, the body of Sister Carnelia surged around the corner and disappeared from view. 1, 2, 3 went the walloping echoes, followed by the sound of something being rolled into the channel of filthy sludge. As I turned the corner, the first things which leapt into my sight were the contorted figures of 2 men on the ground whom I barely missed treading on. Sister Carnelia, who was by this time several steps ahead, continued to run at her usual pace. Yo, Erso, Thank you so much for the freaking follow and welcome on in. It's good seeing you. Y'all, for those of you who are keeping up with me as I was traveling to Colorado, I do believe that this is the account that Urso is the person who I spoke with on the plane there, and a little bit in the airport afterwards too. Yo, I hope you've been having a good day, friend. Thank you so much for swinging on by. As if nothing had happened during the preceding seconds. It's Carnelia, came an angry but noticeably wavering voice from behind. I glanced to my rear to locate its source. The same man, I'm still alive. You're really here. What's going on, man? It's good seeing you. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Yes, sir. What's going on, Chief? Hold on. Let's see. I glanced to my rear to locate its source, and there I found a man who had dragged himself from the fecal-filled liquid, now lying next to his dead comrades, yelling with his dying breath as blood leaked out of his open mouth. Carnelia, she's down here, he managed to croak before falling silent and still. Sister Carnelia paid no attention nor made any effort to look back. I turned my face forward and followed her example. The walls of the conduit leading directly to the sluice gate squared out into an ominous mouth of darkness, seemingly waiting for its next unsuspecting meal. Sister Carnelia gradually slowed her pace to match mine as I had by this time become completely exhausted and out of breath. It looks like these guys are dead serious about getting their hands on this item this time, she said as she focused her eyes on the darkness before us. Finally, I've been working, couldn't join the streams. Good time, chat, nice vibes. Yo, it was a damn good time. And yo, don't even trip. I'm glad you got the time. These descriptions, you see it, right? Yeah, I'm glad you got the time to swing on. No shot. Yo, thank you so much, Airso, for gifting 5 subs to the community. Yo, if you're chilling in chat right now and you just got a gifted sub, you may now enjoy yourself a little bit more here on Twitch. Enjoy the emotes while you have them. And once again, Airso, yo, round of applause to you, man. I hope today was good. I hope work was okay today. Happy Friday. Hopefully you're not working, over the weekend. Yeah, no, it's good seeing you, man. It's really, really, really good seeing you. Ah, there it is. I knew it. Oh my God. You already know what it is. You already see the vibes. You may now enjoy yourself a little bit more here on Twitch. Shy, thank you so much for gifting the sub to Erso. Enjoy the emotes while you have them, man. Thank you so freaking much, Shy. I appreciate it like freaking crazy. Real talk. Thank you. Thank you very much, Stream Deck. I hit the button maybe 5 times too many, but it's all right, I guess. I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna have to deal with that. Let's see. Sister Carnelia turned to face me with her darkened scarlet eyes. Is that what you heard from those bracers the other day? She asked. I nodded my head and questioned her no further. Oh wait, I just realized. So were those men old friends of yours or something? And okay, yeah, is that what you heard from the bracers? Yep, there it is. With head slightly turned down, I forced myself onwards. Eyes fixed on the tips of my boots. Unexpectedly, Sister Carnelia opened her mouth and said, "Do you remember that woman you had a run-in with back at the inn?" I nodded slightly. The whole reason I gave up my life as a mercenary is because I didn't want to meet a tragic end like that, she continued. A life of no meaning, forgotten by all. I looked up at Sister Carnelia, and seeing a slight show of emotion in the side of her face, I heard her repeat the same line of words a few times more before finishing her thought. I'm going to cash in my life's chips, and then I think that it's best that I fight for something worth. If I'm going to cash in my life's chips, then I think it's best that I fight for something worth fighting for. At least that way, I'd be able to leave a legacy of my existence behind. Aw, hey. Also, the applause sound could be turned up a bit. Okay, say no more. Honestly, in general, I'm looking to replace it, so we'll see what's up. I'll probably find a different one, but good to know. Good to freaking know. Thank you very much, Joe. Yeah, yo, you will most definitely, bro. Whenever you get the time, you will most definitely enjoy. Enjoy more time with us, yo. And I appreciate the compliments. You were like high key a joy to talk with, yo. I didn't get through any part of that book until my flight back, and even then it was difficult because I was just like, damn, I could use somebody to talk Dragon Ball with. Also, yo, y'all, Erso is crazy. All right, that man got off the plane. I don't even know where you went. I don't remember where you went afterwards, but he found a store where there was some manga, and that man bought like 3 volumes, like thick volumes of manga. I don't know how he did it, but hey, I'm here for it. That's crazy. Yeah, we definitely are looking forward to having you like full on integrate yourself into the community, yo. Seriously, you're already well valued here. Promise you that. Let's see. Taking in her words, I ran steadily beside her as I felt a sense of nondescript apprehension slowly begin to creep over me. During the short intervals between breaths, it suddenly seemed as if I were hearing the faint sound of sloshing water from behind, which caused me to prick up my ears and turn my head in its direction. So you noticed it too, huh, Toby? Sister Carnelia slowed her step until finally coming to a complete stop. They've blockaded us from behind, so there's no turning back now. Yo, Berrylock, what's up? Welcome on in. I started with Cold Steel, but I've only played Cold Steel 1, and then like I did like the prologue of 2, and then I went backwards, and I did Sky 1 second chapter, and now we're here on 3rd. Welcome on in. How you doing? Just a random story in the airport, man. Bought 3 in 1. Those 3 in 1. Nah, see, you were something. You were something else. Doing all right? Hell yeah. Yo, love to hear it. We take that. Happy Friday to you. Let's see. They blockaded us from behind, so there's no turning back now, she said, the direness of our situation heavy in her voice. We had arrived at an intersection where the conduit we were in and another crossed paths, and just beyond the wide, fatigued flow of sewage water before us, I could see the dimly lit sluice gate. I placed my back against the damp bricks of the nearest wall, and for a moment, tried to catch my breath. They're probably lying in wait for us, Sister Carnelia assessed stolidly, after glaring across the flowing sewage of the merged channels, and then turning her head to the rear and narrowing her eyes again. And, unfortunately this time, we won't be able to circumvent them. When there's a will, there's a way. Aircell probably. Yo, honestly, yeah, that's probably fact. These words, yeah, I'm just here to myself like, who thinks like this? Who talks like this? You know? Because I know that ain't us. There's no shot. Not even in 2007 or whenever this game came out is that a thing. Like, there's no way. Let's see. With the sound of composure revealing her utmost resolve, Sister Carnelia took in a few deep breaths. I laid a hand on my orbit, gripping it in the palm of my sweaty hand, and then wrapped the strap of my bag and securely around my opposite wrist. And as always, Sister Carnelia checked her boots before standing upright. Then, taking a few steps back and holding my breath, I raced forward and darted into the Stygian flow of waste. That's a wild one. Adjective of person. Hold on. Adjective of a person. Calm, dependable, and showing little emotion or animation. What a word. What a word. They just came out of English class. You see it. Like, I used to read books all the time. That was chapter 9, right? Yes. 2 more. The Last Stand. I love learning language from video games. Bro, I love learning English from video games. Like Sphere, what is this, man? What is this? Just say calm? Like, literally, right? Literally say calm, dependable, or showing little emotion or animation. Like, what do you mean? The Last Stand. Sister Carnelia made such haste as she aimed for the path on the opposite side of the sludge-filled channel that I could have sworn she was actually running on the liquid surface, based on my observation of the minuscule spatters her feet produced. And of course, she passed me by in the blink of an eye, the space growing wider and wider between us as I continued to trudge my way through the filthy muck. Flashes of magic erupted from the darkness by the sluice gate and ripped through the air in rapid succession, but none of them could overtake the speed at which Sister Carnelia moved. In an unyielding offensive by the shadowed aggressors, the settled feculence in the depths of the channel. I'm so upset. Words are great because they can make new vibes that could potentially use a word. Like, how many ways are happier? Yeah, that's true. That is absolutely true. And yo, what's up, Patty? How you doing? How you be? Hydrate? I got you, queen. Say less. I hope you had a great day today. If you worked today, which I believe you did, I hope you had a great day at work. Make sure you go follow Simply Patty. All right, a menace to society. She's actually, wait, hold on, Patty. You fly out in a couple days. I'm never gonna see you. I'm actually about to have to take Spark Notes for you. For what you're missing of Trails. I mean, I don't know if you'll have the time or give yourself the time to watch any VODs. Like, Sunday at 7 a.m.? Yo, that's crazy. I'll see you at the airport. Now you say never? You see it. That's just my way of saying I'm gonna miss you while you're gone. I hope you have a fantastic freaking trip. Hey, yo, not Porty. Yo, thank you so much for hanging out with us, being cool and being you as you always are. Rest well, okay? And we will see you soon. All right, you take it easy. But yeah, no. I do wish you were packing me with you, or at least maybe, I don't know, maybe bought me a ticket. Like, would have been damn nice. But okay, I guess go off. You know, ain't even tell me. But yeah, no, be safe out there, okay, and all that good stuff. Take a lot of pictures, a lot of video, a lot of everything, okay. Actually, genuinely speaking, I have a huge favor to ask of you. I can tell you now, I could DM you whatever might work for you, to be honest. But I have a huge favor to ask of you, actually, while you're there. Yeah. And I'll pay you back. I will 100% pay you back, or just treat you to something like I plan to anyway. Let's see. Shadowed aggressor, speculance in the depths of the channel. Okay. The settled speculance in the depths of the channel was thrown up in the form of a powerful tsunami. In the instant before clearing myself from its destructive path, I feared that the terrible wall of sedimented filth would crush me under its weight and bring me to an unsightly end. Now I'm curious. Okay, so Mama Wind, right? My mom, she collects specifically magnetic bottle openers. We have a ton of them on our fridge. And what she's doing is she's collecting a bunch from places all over the world. I could get into how many she has and from where, and how many I've personally already brought back from several of my own trips. But Korea, obviously, is definitely one that she most definitely does not have. So wherever it is you go to in Korea, either when you're on your way back, or when you get to the airport, or at any other point of your trip, if you could pick one up for her, actually, I would be deeply appreciative of that. Yo, what's going on, Nolan? How you doing? How you be, Chief? It's good seeing you. That's a neat hobby. Yeah, no, I will probably take a picture of my fridge sometime and like show y'all. It is packed. It is packed with those damn magnets. Yo, it's nuts. Next time I pass Canada again, man, I can give her one from Argentina. Please do. Yeah, yo, if you go to Argentina, or if you were at all like able to have somebody send you one or something, I would be deeply appreciative. Magnetic bottle opener? Yes. Yes. Specifically the magnet. Hey, yo. I could probably turn this alert up, low-key. Jay. My guy, Jasic. Asha. Yo, let's get a shout out for Asha real quick, too. Thank you so much for that lurk. Yo, Jasic, my guy, 29 months, tier 3. You are out here making dreams come true, Chief. Thank you so freaking much. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you like goddamn crazy. What's going on? You don't have to? Oh, I want to. We need that shout out for Always Lawlessing right now. And there it is. Yo, y'all make sure you go check out Asha. All right. She is absolutely amazing. A fellow variety caster, particularly an Apex gamer, but like, you know what I'm saying? It's a spice of life in there for damn sure. Asha, I hope you've been good. Greetings, young Felix. Yo, Baker is here too? Pause. We don't really get to do this. I feel like I've been sleeping low key on my guy, Baker G. We need a shout out for the boy too. What's going on, Baker? What's going on, Baker? Jay, how you been out there, man? What's going on? When are you coming back home again? I just put the AC in my room to make it cool. Yo, must be nice. I'm jealous. High key, I'm jealous. Let's see, wait as soon as these new RPGs drops, that's all you're gonna see. Yo, which ones are you scooping? Are you getting into the Xenoblade train? Thanks, babe. I'm definitely scooping Live Alive. I intended on playing the demo before I got the actual game, but I'm here, so you know. I think I might have considered it. I'm dodging Xenoblade, but I'm thinking we're going to be picking up Digimon Survive, and I'm going to be picking up Live Alive. I got it. Chiller Man grinding some 14? Let's go. Let's go. And I'm doing pretty good, yo. I'm doing pretty good. I'm late to the game and started Nier and wait, which Nier? Which Nier title? It's almost time for me to come home. Bro, when is the day? When is it happening? Because you know it's about to be a party that day. Like, there's no way. There's actually no way. Okay, next page. I just got Triangle Strategy, and man, I love the looks. Yo, oh my gosh. Somehow I managed to forget that Triangle Strategy came out, but I've been meaning to pick up Triangle Strategy for some time. I guess you would recommend. The gameplay is kind of confusing. I could imagine how. I started Automata. Okay. But my new roomie had Replicant, so I'll finish Automata, then play Replicant. That's the order I went into. Narratively speaking, it would make more sense for you to do Replicant first. I'm sure you've probably heard that already. But I mean, the stories are at the same time pretty disconnected, and I kind of appreciated in some ways experiencing Automata first and then Replicant after. I can't wait to hear what you think of it later. I'll drop it in Discord. Wanted to wait until I got confirmation, and I got it. Bro, say less. We're in there. We're in there. Say less. I'm hyped for that. Only gotten 2 endings in Automata, so I'm working on the other endings now. Okay, nice. So so does that mean you've done the 2B and 9S ending, and you're on to the next, or are you still playing as one of the characters? And you're out there. I could recommend, but I just started it, so I'll let you know in time. Okay, for sure. Update me as you go, for sure. I've done the 2B and 9S ending. Okay, so you're on the third one now. Okay. Yo, what a trip, right? That's all I gotta say. That what a trip, y'all. If you haven't played Nier Automata, I need you to go back or cop it when it drops on the Switch, if that's all you've got to play it on, and play the hell out of that game, yo, cause wow, straight emotional whiplash for the endings. Yeah, yo, my trauma is so wild with that game, where like, and unfortunately, like one of my old coworkers, I should say, also feels that trauma, because for Christmas one year, he got me a little music box that plays Weight of the World. Nah, I didn't even open it. I left that in the plastic. Like, I was like, listen, I can't open this. Watching Dragon play it right now. Oh, no shot, right? Yo, see, that's actually wild. That's actually wild, Baker. I gotta see how that playthrough is going, cause wow. I would too, honestly. Yeah, nah, I had to leave that. I honestly, low key, I feel like it's somewhere kind of around here. Might be, but I'll have to look later. Yeah, nah, it's evil. I was like, this is the most beautiful yet most evil thing you could have ever gotten me. I can't wait to play Automata running at 20 FPS when playing a beautiful song. Not like this. I mean, it'll probably happen, but come on now. I have to give you, honestly, what it is, if you're streaming it anyway, I'm gonna just have to pull up and watch it, is what it is. I lurk on you from time to time whenever I can catch you and like tab up, because I know Twitch is weird about like when you count as a viewer. It's like, oh yeah, you could have like 2 streams max open at a time for you to count as a legitimate viewer in those. It's stupid. But yeah. She's living out her villainous reputation. I'll tell you what. Oh, Jesus Christ. Say no more. Such a beautiful game. So dark and emotional. It is. And when you then later on get the additional contexts, because it's still very hands-off, like it's still very much its own contained story, right? But when you get the additional contexts to Automata that you get from Replicant, like, yo, I self-destructed off rip when I played immediately. Oh my god. And then there's this guy. He said no skirts allowed. I'm so upset. God damn it. I'm gonna continue reading now. You threw off my groove. You threw off my groove. That's crazy. With a mid-air spin to avoid the last of the oncoming magic, Sister Carnelia flew to the opposite side of the channel with incredible speed. Hurdling the wall of piled up sandbags behind which the attackers took cover, she whirled her arms up in a ferocious onslaught. One by one, like a row of pins being struck by a weighted object, just say a bowling ball. The line of standing Jaegers crumbled to the ground. Listen, I stumbled upon the eating mackerel side quest and I was so upset. Yo, that shit was crazy. That side quest was actually nutty. I was like, really? This is how it is? There's one that you missed with, well, I don't want to assume you missed because you might have done it. There's one with 9S, literally at the very beginning of his playthrough. I guess after the auto scrolling section when you're flying, where you have to basically go meet up with 2B and while she's doing the thing in the beginning of the game, you know? You can just leave. You can literally just walk away and you get an ending. They didn't make her with all that ass for the polys not to be glorified and seen. I'm for the people. Nah, you're nuts. You're actually unhinged. Does someone here use to store use the store in the game for the trophies? Yo, yes, 100%. He said, "Weight of the world, indeed. Weight of that ass." I'm upset. Yeah, the amount of accidental endings I've stumbled upon. Same. Yo, yeah, the fish ending, the 9S just saying screw it and leaving. There was one ending also in like that forest as well that I got. I forget what the hell that was about. Actually nuts. I was like, what is happening here? Yeah, yo, because they just hit you with some text and they're like, okay, so this happened, and then they're like ending this, and the credits start rolling, and you're like, is that it? Like, what happened? You be asking questions. Nah, it's nuts. It's a nutty game. Absolutely nutty game. Replicant has similar, I believe, but not as many, I want to say. 9S leaving having me dead. I was like, oh, bad end. I see. Yo, bro, it's the wildest thing. It confused you, hit you dudes. Yeah, nah. It's wild. That's what I've been told. Yeah. So fortunately, it's a lot more of a focused story than Automata is. That shit hits. It really hits you. Sister Carnelia's attacks were like a whirlwind of death, blurry with the speed at which they struck. They came in advancing at inconceivable angles, puncturing throats, slashing open arteries, and then they were gone. She's in the boys. So it was then, so it was that when I finally reached the cobbled path beyond the stagnant channel, not a soul was left standing beside Sister Carnelia and myself. Yeah, absolutely, y'all. Pick up near. Y'all are seeing the way Asha, Nugget, and I are going at it in Urso, and yo, play that shit. You are totally freaking good. Enjoy that freaking lurk. Enjoy the food, and we'll most definitely talk later. All right. Thank you so much for singing along, Asha, and always good talking with you. The cathedral is at the end of the ladder just beyond this gate, she indicated as she flicked me dripping blood from her fingers like a child who forgot a handkerchief to dry her wet hands. Her eyes shone with the afterglow of battle. The Jaegers can't be far behind, so we'd better hurry, she warned. As if to punctuate her warning, the damp sound of numerous feet kicking up water as they advanced toward our present location had now become clearly audible to my ears. It hit different, you see it. Stepping over the handful of Jaeger corpses lying scattered about behind the wall of sandbags, we made our way for the dry bed channel which lay ahead of us. I placed my hands on the slightly damp stone floor of the empty channel and crawled through the half-open door of the sluice gate. A falling water droplet struck the nape of my neck as I passed through the cramped opening, causing me to stop dead in my tracks. In the moment that I followed, I recognized the sound of an ornament overhead on the verge of discharging a burst of magic. Toby! Came the ostensible voice of Sister Carnelia. This fucking emote, I'm shot. Yeah, you see it. Hey, yo, that emote low-key might be one of my best ones. Fuck around and find out. Let's see. The ostensible, cool, I did read that right, voice of Sister Carnelia as my vision was instantly flooded with a wave of exceeding brightness. Then, in the midst of this world of blinding light, came the hand of a savior which grabbed me firmly by the shoulder. The powerful feeling being dragged and the explosion produced by magic rupturing stone were almost simultaneous. My backlog goes stupid right now. I need to beat these games. Tim, don't be like me and take forever to do it, alright? Beat these as they come out. Because my backlog looking crazy right now thanks to these damn games. When he got that 1,000 Years of Pain for the first time? Okay. The Felix Uwu emote is actually being deleted after today. Never mind, forget anything I just said about it. It's gone. I'm glad no one is here. Yo. That's, bro. I'm mad because I know the laugh. I know the laugh, and the fact that you did that in an office space, you need to leave. You need to get out. We're fed up in here. We're fed up. As the booming roar swept across the whole of my body, I was thrown backwards toward the ground. Despite my clouded vision, I managed a somersault before landing in the prone position. Choking on the filthy puddle I had fallen face down in, I lifted my head to see a cloud of blackened dust being heaved from the mouth of a halfway raised sluice gate door. And as if my worst nightmare had now become reality, I watched as one after another the blockading Jaegers emerged from the smoky cloud, each bearing a glinting blade. Stop making me laugh. That's not my fault. That's yours. There ain't no way. They floundered about on the slippery mud and watched as their ranks sprang into action and closed in, their rugged facial features now visible to my eyes. Instantly rolling to the side, I unsheathed my hidden blade as I attempted to deflect a wide arcing? Yeah, slash of another within my bag. The cloth of the bag, over which the sharp edge ran, split open without a sound, and the paper-wrapped orbment fell onto the cobbled floor. Frantically, I searched for the orbment at my side, but I was unable to get a grip on it because of my clumsy, panic-ridden state. One of the mercenary men, his eyes intent on my throat, drew back his long sword to end my life. Before he could make his move, a dark silhouette appeared from behind him. It was Sister Carnelia. Her hands, moving with such finesse, disarmed the man in an instant and left only his sword behind before he was launched from view into the hanging shadows veiling the dark conduit. As the sound of the falling sword struck the ground with a high-pitched clink, Sister Carnelia dropped to her knees. Her soft, whispered words were full of regret. I'm sorry, Toby. With her head bowed forward, I watched in disbelief as several streaks of blood began to run down the side of her face. It looks like the goddess may be calling you home too, she said gently. Once again, Sister Carnelia rose to her feet, her coat hanging in tatters. Eyeing her outer garment's ragged state, I knew for certain that it had been caused by the previous blast of magic. In order to protect me from harm, Sister Carnelia had willingly used her body as a shield to absorb the brunt of the force, and now, in a stain of effervescing? What the hell? Yo, Freedom Planet 2 has an actual release date? There's no way. Scatamario, what's going on, Chief? How you doing? How you be? That is amazing. I hope you're doing great, by the way. Happy freaking Friday. And to answer you, Urso, I did actually play Stray on Tuesday, and I beat it in one sitting. Amazing game. I want to go back and platinum it. I loved it. That sounded like Yaoi? Ain't no way. Intent on my throat, he unsheathed his long sword. What isekai jujin you region, bro? Don't do me like this, right? Don't do me like that. Yeah, listen. I didn't write this. I'm sorry I'm reading it. But sadly, the shit is also relevant to the ever-arcing story of this. I'm upset. I'm watching the VOD. Yo, hell yeah, please do. September 13th? Apparently that was announced in March. That's a lie. There's no way. That's got to be a lie. That's fake news. Let's see. And now in a stain of effervescing words, crimson blood had begun to seep through the cloth covering her breast. Yo, honestly, in the words of my guy Goteezy,
if I see one titty, I'm out of here.
That's facts. I swiped up the artifacts which had tumbled to the ground from the hole in my severed bag and tore away the wet paper which covered its surface. Then, with the cold lump of metal in hand, I placed it atop my orbment as I gripped them both tightly together. What the actual... I don't know what you heard, but I know it was the truth. The sound of footfall from the Jaeger Corps had by now subsided. They stood in a cluster with their swords drawn, effectively blocking any possible escape through the sluice gate. Sister Carnelia let out a shrill cry, and I, as if taking the sound to be a command to attack, unleashed the energy pent up within my orbment. The device roared, and at the instant the magic was discharged, I felt an intense wave of searing heat graze over my cheeks as my entire body was immediately blown backwards by its powerful force. Stunned, I collapsed onto the floor. When I finally opened my eyes, I could see Sister Carnelia standing above me with her back turned to face me. Her right arm had lost all strength to function and hung limply at her side. Dazedly, she slid to her knees and slumped onto the ground before me. I pulled Sister Carnelia close to myself and hugging her tightly, blasted a pack of assailing mercenaries with an instantaneous wave of magic. But then it was all over, my last stand ending as soon as it had begun. Countless razor-sharp sword tips stared down at us from all sides. Convinced that I had finally reached my life's terminus, I raised my right hand while placing a false hope in my orbment that it could somehow protect us. I activated it, the last of its energy being consumed as it was drained to empty. Whirling arrow blades spun around us as I closed my eyes and accepted my fate, and behind my darkened eyelids, an endless realm of whiteness began to spread out before me. Was that? Yeah, that was chapter 10. We're on to the finale now. How does this end? How did you write this if you're dead? You know what I'm saying? A legacy never to be forgotten. I was swallowed by the light, only to be spewed moments later onto a patch of hardened ground. The air was filled with the scent of sun-baked earth. Yet, for being the floor of some grandiose heavenly estate inherited by those in the afterlife, it felt like quite the flagstones I had grown accustomed to in my past life. Upon feeling around in my immediate surroundings, my searching hand had found soft locks of disheveled hair. It seemed as though Sister Carnelia had come as well as I to meet our creator firsthand. Gradually, as I lay there, I felt something warm swell within the pit of my stomach. Weary and weary and spent, I just let the feeling spread over me. It was about this time that the sound of murmurous voices started to fill the air around us. Warm breath tickled across my nose and brow, letting me know that I was being stared at directly in the face. As my eyes adjusted to the intensity of the light, I realized that I was looking into the face of a young girl who beamed back at me brightly with the widest of smiles. However, she seemed a bit young to hold the esteemed position of the goddess. The knell of a bell overhead rang loud and clear. Strangely, it had sounded exactly like the cathedral's distinctive toll. Taking in the series of events to be rather odd, I picked myself up and at last awakened from the dream which had temporarily invaded my senses. There it was, the familiar cityscape, the sounds, and even the scent of the breeze. I knew the place by heart. It was the public square of the imperial city which unfolded before the great cathedral of the Septian Church. I opened my fingers of my right hand and stared down at the metallic lump in its palm, entrusted to me by Micht. Golden filaments of light swirled across the surface of the artifact. I instantly recalled Sister Carnelia's words. "It's alive," she had said. And as I watched the ancient light gradually fade away before closing my hand around its surface once more, I believed it. Supporting each other by wrapping our arms around one another's shoulders, Sister Carnelia and I hobbled and limped our way toward the magnificent cathedral as the awe-inspiring figure of the goddess, Adios, stood silently with unfurled wings, watching over us from the deep-hued stained glass window above. And as for the event which followed, they were all settled in an orderly fashion. The metallic lump which Sister Carnelia had so daringly risked her life for was turned over to His Eminence, the Cardinal, who presided over the cathedral. He disappeared with it through the thick open door of a sacred vault. I don't understand anything. Yo, it's a lot. I don't even know where to begin, but it is a lot. And there are a lot of things low-key I don't understand either. We'll get back to actual game in a minute. The level of corruption which had spread like a plague among members of the imperial court, influential aristocrats, and even commissioned officers in the imperial army astonished even those mediators acting on behalf of the Bracer Guild. I stayed close by Sister Carnelia as she was laid out on a pew within the chapel of the cathedral. The real sisters of the church delicately pulled off her coat and cut open her vest, now stuck to her body with dried blood. Upon doing so, they found an ornate shirt of chainmail just beneath the layer of her clothing, for which some strange reason seemed to bewilder them all. The next day, a certain aristocrat, who had hired the Jaeger Corps to carry out his selfish bidding, agreed to relinquish the artifacts in his possession in return for keeping his estate. "You good, Felix? Game going well? I'm dying inside, Chief. What's going on, Wit? How you doing? How you be? What's going on? Happy Friday." Hence, his collection of forbidden antiques were brought under the safekeeping of the Septian Church. Sworn to secrecy, I made immediate arrangements to leave for the Calvard Republic. My destination, a high-class resort, which turned out to be an excellent way to recover physically and mentally, as well as forget about the series of events which had occurred over the past few days. Naturally, the bracers assigned to provide my escort were none other than Clayton and Pavel, who, before we left, guided me without a word to where Sister Carnelia was resting. I talked with Sister Carnelia, who had awoken for a short interval. But as I got up to leave, she reached out her dainty hand and said to me, "Before you go, I want to tell you my real name. It's Ein Selnate." I took her unblemished hand in mine and gripped it firmly as I expressed my appreciation for what she had done. And today, now 3 years later, I stood staring at her name once again, but this time printed on the page of the Imperial Chronicle, Ein Selnate. Yo, doing good here, man, doing good. How are you? Below those printed characters ran the few lines of an unembellished article. Yesterday, a corpse was discovered in an urban area of the capital just before dawn. The body was found to be covered with multiple stab wounds. The departed in life had been involved in charitable work and brought salvation to many afflicted souls in various regions throughout the land. So Ein is dead. As I read the last line, I envisioned the deceased figure of Sister Carnelia lying motionless upon a darkened street. Yet despite the bloodstained face I envisioned in my mind, I saw her as she rested in peace, a gentle smile crossing her face, and vindicated of any transgressions in life. As I rolled up the copy of the magazine in my hand, I brushed my hand lightly across the shining bracer emblem pinned on my chest. Almost 2 years had passed since I converted to my new line of work, which Sister Carnelia graciously recommended to me, and finally I had even become used to using my real name. Toby, came the whisper of Sister Carnelia as it resurrected in my ears. Now only known as Toby, I pressed my forehead up against the cold, clouded window of the passenger car, the effulgent eyes of Sister Carnelia shining brightly like a carnelian stone, forever ingrained in my memory. In my mind's eye, I watched as her coat sleeves trailed behind her, and she dashed away into the darkest of my memories. Opening my eyes, I gazed through the window glass, and there I saw the bleeding rouge-colored illumination of the Imperial City as it faded away beneath the heavy white fog. Toby? So what did you think? I'm kind of blown away. We've seen him, right? I'm trying to think to myself, like, is he one of the bracers that didn't get a what's it called? A portrait in the previous game that we had to like save? I'm like trying to remember the names of the other bracers that we came across. Do you want an honest answer? Yeah, sure. Because that's next level. Should be okay. You have met him in Cold Steel? Oh my god. Yo, I'm trying to think to myself now, like, who is that? Toby? Nah, I'm going to avoid like doing any sort of like searching in my off time. But so much of that was familiar. I knew obviously all of that happened in Erebonia, so I was like, wait. Fuck, I know who that is. Oh my god. Because trail spoilers are a nightmare. Yeah. Battle HP recovery +5, battle CP recovery +2, defense goes down, speed goes down, but agility goes up. Oh, that's so crazy. It's like I want to use these, but then I don't want to give up what I'm sacrificing for it. Toby? Obito, duh? Not this man saying Pinto. Yo. You might need to be found, honestly. Autocorrect was like, enough of your crap. Nah, that's actually kind of next level, to be honest. We're gonna continue a little bit into this chapter, and then we're gonna probably gonna call it there. And here's the entrance to the next plane. I doubt the pattern will change up now, so yeah. We don't know what kind of place it's going to be until we step inside, though. And Joe knew? Yeah, I believe it. His memory of Cold Steel is fresher than mine. Because he played Cold Steel well after he played these games, I think, right? You didn't start with Cold Steel like I did, right, Joe? You went backwards and then went forwards? Or what utterly bizarre fiends will be waiting for us there. I'm tingling with excitement. Let's just make sure we're good to go before we keep going. Yeah, no, you guys are fine. I'm not even gonna look at your ordnance. Entrance exam results? Why is this here? It's actually never confirmed in game. Oh, okay. Good to know. That's crazy. Toby? Toby. Where are we now? Nowhere I've ever been before, judging from where I'm standing. Oh my. Oh, yo. Nah, did I just bring Kurt into existence? Because either we're going to find Kurt here or it's Annalise. I'm hoping it's Annalise. I don't think it's going to be Estelle. No, that's what I call a fine view. Well, this is a lot prettier than the last plane, at least. This must be another real place that's been recreated here in Phantasma, much like the capital was. Most likely, yeah. Just where is it, though? Somewhere in Liberl? I doubt it. It's not familiar to me at all. My best guess would be somewhere along the Crone Mountains, but the air suggests otherwise. Oh. That is so crazy and also really cool. Huh? What's the Bracer Guild's emblem doing here? It looks like this really isn't a place that exists in Liberl. As far as I'm aware, there aren't any guild facilities like this anywhere in the country. I'm not familiar with any either. Nor am I aware of there being any buildings like this in Calvard. Would you look at that? The answer was right under our noses the whole time. It was? Lalaco. We're back. This is Lalaco Training Center? I know that name. Wasn't it the training camp Estelle went to a while back? You know, last year with Annalise. That's the one. It's a guild-owned facility located in Lemon State. I've never been there myself, though. I've only heard about it from Estelle. So this is Lalaco, huh? Watch it be Joshua's long-forgotten twin and we get to play 2 of them? Joe, do not do this to me, alright? You do this to me and it happens, that's your ass. Alright? I've never trained here personally, but it's famous among bracers. That leaves us with yet another problem to solve. To my knowledge, Lemon State is quite a distance away from Little Burrow. Yeah, it is. It's farther away from than both Erebonia and Calvert. But you know, I may not have a clue how a place like Lemon State ended up being created here or why. But if our enemies did it, they must have a reason for doing so. Right? I knew you'd catch on. I'm sorry, who or what? That sounded like we've got company, guys. Who is this? Who is that? Who is that? Huh. Here comes trouble. I suppose beastmen would be the best term for these things. This is probably what your next destination is the Path of Beasts is referring to. Another mystery solved. Watch out, there's a ton of them, or there's a lot of them, and this could get ugly. Nah, no shot in hell, Chief. Actually, might be real mortal punishment hours. I kind of want to hit all the beastmen, so yeah. Ridiculous move. The squad is kind of lit for fighting. You see it. You do in fact see it. Alright. You already know what the deal is? Yes, sir, Zen. Why is Olivier in the front?
They messed with the wrong guy.
So long as you know, Joe. You set up the party and did not look at the formation. You're not even lying. I just expect the game to be smarter about their placement. You know what I'm saying? They're smart little devils. Devils do seem a lot more intelligent than your average monster. Did I hear Olivier Armstrong? No, shot. Enough to make me wonder whether these are another kind of impossible fiend like the rest. I'm with you. I can't pretend to be an expert on the monsters of Lemon, but I'm pretty sure they're not this smart. It looks like this plane stands to be a real ball. Here she comes. You have done well to come this far. On this plane, there are 3 ordeals to overcome. If you overcome them all, the next path will open. Take this. What kind of? Oh, map of Lalaco. I thought it was a flute. Be forewarned. The Lord of Phantasma's goal is your... You're gonna come back after all this and finish that sentence. Well, she sure didn't stick around long. She's probably got so little power left now, it's difficult for her to show herself to us. Yo, literally just smiling at me. That's actually wild. So it seems. It must be a frustrating thing for her to deal with. Still, she left us with a useful gift. Yeah, Kevin opened the map of Lalaco. Okay. Looks like the lodge is on. Wait, the lodge on the top right is where we are now. Then there's this Ballstar Channel place to the left of it. Maybe that's the ordeal she mentioned, or one of them at least. She mentioned there being 3 of them, but there's only one place that could fit that description marked on the map. I wonder where the other 2 could be. From what I could see, these 2 roads lead to them. The ones that seem to stop all of a sudden. But this plane most likely has its own rules we need to follow. If we follow those roads now, there's a big chance we'd find nothing at the end of them. Unfortunately. Well, those are the cards we've been dealt. Let's try heading over to the Ballstar Channel and see what comes of it. Hell no. Hell no. What do we got in here? Ah, well that's nice. Okay, so we got this. Can't interact with that. This is bringing back some crazy memories, though, I will say. Freezing meatballs. I don't know who's out here eating those, but hey. Carnelia bracelet? What does this do? Prevents stat down, basically. Okay, that's actually pretty nice. Keep that in mind. Luck? Okay. Don't remember using that before, but maybe it'll be more useful in this game. Mind 4? I'm for it. That was not done on purpose. That was also very lame. Okay. So we got the loot. But I do think that's where I'm going to call it for today. We will definitely be back. We'll be back at this on Monday, and we're going to be grinding like all the way through Wednesday. And then we're going to see